Good morning, DBL Nation. What's going on? I'm Tori Schulman. We are here on this Tuesday, the 17th? The 17th, right? I think the 17th. Great show for you. Lots of stuff going on. We got the Trump-PUTIN thing. We got breastfeeding moms walking runways. We got a woman plunged off a cliff who survived with moss in her mouth. We got a lot of stuff going on. But we want to hit you up and find out what you guys think about two specific topics. Leo was so careful not hitting the camera, and then it all went wow. Oh man, that was funny. So guys, very interesting topics. The first one is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm a progressive female. Hi Instagram, what's up guys, DBL Nation. I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know where you're watching from yesterday. We got Ghana, Kenya, Barbados. So hit me up where you guys are writing from. It's very exciting. So the first one, I just admit, it's a little bit out there. They're called period parties. And I'm a progressive liberal female, so I get it. Period parties are for when, Lord have mercy, it's a trend of period parties, parents celebrating the moment that their daughters, quote, become a woman. So this is like, I have my period, I tell my mom, my dad, mom, I don't know if they invite other people, I'm not quite sure, but they have a party to celebrate. Now, without making fun of this too much, because in some ways it's just kind of like out there in the beginning, if you guys remember the Cosby Show, Claire would always take the girls when they became a woman out for a day of woman shopping, like life talk. And that to me is cool. I didn't have a problem with that because you are like affirming to your daughter. There's a ritual there. I'm going to make a passage. Having a party, not so much. Also, if you're a man and don't know this, they're not the best things in the world. So not a lot to celebrate, to be super honest with you. Okay, we're going to move right along to that next topic. But guys, hit me up for real. I want to know what you guys think about, do you think this is something that should be adopted, evolved? Do you think it ever would? In some cultures, there's a tent that women go to when they are menstruating. And so it's very, very different for different cultures. In our cultures, it's definitely seen as a no, oh my kind of thing. So I would love to get your opinion on this. Even as a liberal woman, I'm like, I'm good without a period party. Are you? So let me know what you guys think because I'd love to find out. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's saying hi. What's up, guys? Let me know your name if you've never written in so I can say hi to y'all too. Second topic is fascinating. There's a new study that says marriages in which wives have the higher income are more likely to end in divorce. So let me just break it down a little bit for you because it's a little more intense than that. Not only that, when it comes to younger couples, the men are more likely to cheat if the woman is making the money. So if you have a female breadwinner and you're a young couple and the male is making as much, they are more likely to cheat on someone else. Now, a couples where the woman is the only breadwinner, both partners were more likely to cheat. First thing I'll say is everyone seems to be cheating, which is terrible. But this is really interesting. Would you be okay in a marriage where the gender norms are reversed? And I want you to be honest here. I want you to like not just type and tell me. I want you to think back and think, would I really be okay with my masculinity, my femininity? Would I be okay with that? Men, do you find it unattractive when a woman makes more money than you? And in order for us to have a good conversation, I want you to be honest here. Now, Leo just was like, absolutely not. He just shook his head. Leo, you're what, 25?
Yep.
I think age is going to be, a generational thing in here is going to be the difference. I think when you're 25, females are, there are more females than males in college right now. Females are now expected to have a career. In the past, and I'm talking about the 50s, the norm was for the woman to stay home. So it's very fascinating to see the generational. So if you're comfortable, let me know your age when you write in how you feel about the gender norms, because I'd be fascinated to find out if there's a big difference between those that are millennials and those that aren't. We're talking about period parties. I'm just reading a few. Michael Uller, ew, no, that's nasty. Ramsey Cooley disagrees. Yes, celebrate, don't discriminate. But I don't think a boy at 13 has it when they get, well, I don't want to go into what the equivalent is, but Susan Ava says absolutely disgusting. Gail Dykes Seal says no, no, no. April DeWitt, I don't know if a party is necessary, but spend the day with your daughter and explain things. Now that's what Claire Huxtable did in the Cosby Show, and I was like, that's cool. I think that's a great idea. TMI, I'm so glad my mother wasn't that dumb, says Irene Gordon. LaMonica Newsom, same kind of thing. Party, no. A celebration, yes. We spent the day together, mani-pedi, supply shopping, and lunch together. And it is a time to bond. That is very true. Because guess what? Guys, if you don't know this, it's very confusing. You're like, what's happening? So your mom can really be, it could be a big bonding moment for you and your mom. I have no problem with that. Parties, no. We don't need party favors and Aunt Tilly coming. We're good. Everybody's fine. It's too much time on your hands. Foolish. So let me know what you guys think. Now we're going to go back and hit more of the gender norms. Men, and be super honest with me here, guys. And Instagram, let me know what you guys think here. Men, do you find it unattractive if a woman is making more money than you? Be honest, and maybe if you could let me know your age, because I think that's important. Ladies, do you find men who don't make more or who work less attractive? So I want this to go both ways, and I want us to have a real open conversation here. Do you find your libido lessened when a man doesn't make the same? Do you think it's awesome? Do you think it's a turn on? Do you think that man is very comfortable with himself? Would love to know what you think. Do you think of the traditional idea that men should be providers? Have we left that arena? Leo, clearly, just from his head shaking like that, I think, and this is just, of course, a hypothesis, millennial guys, it's much more normal for women to be making either the same or more. But I think for non-millennials, it's a drastic change. Remember, in the 50s, housewife, if you were trained at all, you were a typist. My grandmother was doing, you could be a typist, you could be very little else. I mean, people weren't going into mechanical engineering back then, you know? So would love to hear what you guys think. Does it turn you on or turn you off? Be honest. Kimberly says, oh man, I hope this is not true. I'm 30 and the breadwinner in our relationship, and I know he feels he's sometimes not contributing, but we pay our bills together and use a percentage. I pay 65, he pays 35%. Kimberly, if you don't mind asking what, oh, you said in your 30s, so that's in the 30 range. I've seen that a lot. A lot of my friends are in the exact same position. Della's, BH Brady one says, I could see the period party if it was more to teach girls and other friends are there, but not to celebrate it. Yeah, I really think it's a mom-daughter thing, to be honest, or a female that's a, you know, a sister kind of thing. I don't think you need to involve, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted, I wouldn't have wanted a party. That's just coming from my point of view. Della Street, men cheating on a woman because she makes more money. The fragile male ego strikes again. And that, if you guys don't know what that means, that is a common theme. There's a hashtag, even fragile man's ego. If you at all put down a man, they tend to have stereotypically, oh my God, no, my masculinity. And it's almost like a glass or breaking eggshells. They're so thin and fragile. So interesting take by Della. Della Street, I have to be honest, Tori. I am more attracted to successful, powerful men. I find artistic, free spirit guys less attractive. Della, that's awesome that you are being honest. I think that's in a lot of women, and they just aren't saying that because it's not the right thing to say. But remember, who you're attracted to isn't necessarily good or bad. It's just who you're attracted to. BH Brady, I have a friend that makes 80% of the income. Her husband goes through major mood swings about not feeling like an equal and causes issues in their marriage all the time. Interesting. It's, what's the number one thing, and I'll tell you this, a therapist will tell you, a marriage counselor, what's the number one thing you probably will fight about in your life? Finances. Money. It's money. And it doesn't make it easy when there's dynamics, social norms, all put on top of it. I always say you and your partner should have 3 things in common. The way you feel about religion, not the same religion, but the way you want to teach your children and move on. I think you want to talk about money. Are you a frugal or you are a spender? Because those two don't go together well. And sex. Do you like weird, kinky stuff? Do you like being more, you know, calm and normal? That kind of, those 3, you get those 3 in the same kind of level and lane, you got a nice thing going. So interesting. Tara Merritt, I would have been absolutely mortified if I was thrown a period party. Me too. I can't believe this is a thing. It's such a fragile, self-conscious time, and it's so personal. Tara, you hit it on the head here. Are you trying to get to me? It is personal. It's incredibly personal. Your body's changing. It's super weird. It's not a time in which you want a lot of people being like, surprise! Like, you just don't want... Surprise, yeah, you're bleed. Yeah, none of that. I mean, Leo can't even handle this. But again, it is personal. It's super private. You can talk to your girlfriends. I went to a girls' summer camp. Everybody talked about it there, but you don't need a party. We have enough parties. You know what I'm saying? We chill out. Someone wrote a person intent on cheating will cheat no matter what, which I think is very interesting. Daryl Patrick, all women are attracted. Now, this is interesting. Daryl is writing in, all women are attracted to money and power. That's why most men work to attain more money and power. It's all for women and getting to the promised land. I definitely don't agree with that, because I don't think you could say all women, all men about absolutely anything. I really don't. I think some women love the bohemian man bun. I think having a stable life is obviously appealing to a lot of people, but some people love the hippy dippies. Some people love the animal trainers. Some people love the rich. So I think there are some women, and maybe there's a lot of women that do, but I hesitate to say all women about absolutely anything, because I don't think that counts. Carrie, I can hear you. Carrie Hill, heck. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay, now I'm on. Carrie Hill. Heck no! A period party? And I know my nieces would not want it either. Discuss it with your mother, your friends, and move on. I completely thought the same thing. So, guys, let me know about period parties, but also about women making more money or sole breadwinner. Are you attracted to men who make less money, make more money? Be honest. And also, when a woman makes more money, do you feel unequal? Does it bother you? I think it's important. So let us know. We have a great show, awesome show. Can't wait, and we'll talk soon. When my daughter started, we went and got pedicures.
Three, two.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, July 17th. We are a live show. And let me tell you, we have a lot to get to today, so let's dive right in. Right now, President Donald Trump is firing back at members of his own party and the media who are criticizing his summit meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Just this morning, he tweeted this, saying that he had an even better meeting with Vladimir Putin of Russia than he did with our very own NATO leaders. Meantime, Trump's critics are not holding back. Former CIA Director John Brennan said this on the Today Show.
He was given the chance on the world stage to state very clearly that Russia interfered in our election and to say that it's intolerable and this shall not happen again. But he didn't. He sided with Mr. Putin.
And some Republicans are defending the president's actions, including Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Here's what he said about it on CBS this morning.
The vast majority of the foreign policy community, the bipartisan consensus, said you shouldn't meet with Putin. They also said he shouldn't meet with Kim. And this is an extraordinary thing about President Trump that should be lauded and not belittled, is that he is willing to meet with adversaries to try to prevent us from having World War III.
World War III. So do you think that what President Trump did, discussing or taking Putin's side, do you think that was the best thing for our country?
I personally don't. I don't mind him meeting, like he said, the supporters saying that he's trying to meet with other leaders. I don't mind that. But when you put yourself in a situation with someone who's been in power and discussing world politics for 18 years and who's an ex-KGB agent, he's going to have one up on you. And I'm not sure Trump is ready for that type of meeting. He agreed with him. He didn't agree with our own agencies. What I thought, you should always support America. Him believing Putin over our agencies kind of rubbed me the wrong way on this one.
How could he even, Erica, how could he even believe Putin knowing that we have our own intelligence, even Congress collectively, including the majority of Republicans, know that Russia did hack into the election? We know the 12 names of the Russians.
Right.
So why didn't President Trump hold Putin's feet to the fire when he had the opportunity to?
He didn't believe that that was the truth. We don't know that he didn't believe that was the truth. I mean, this is the epitome of, oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive, because when it really comes down to it, he would have to admit that there was actually tampering and admit that he knew with our election, which really discredits and invalidates the presidency as him being president. So what is he supposed to do? I mean, to be really, I'm not defending him, but I'm saying it's quite the conundrum.
But a lot of people on social, it is still divided, are defending him, saying that people are overreacting, Democrats are overreacting, even some key Republicans like John McCain are overreacting. Are we overreacting?
I don't understand. I don't understand what the discussion we're having here. We sit here on days that things like this don't happen, and what do we get from our viewers, from people that love this country? We love our democracy. We love our freedom. We love our vets like John McCain. But as soon as our vets stand up and say, hey, this is not right, this is undermining our democracy, people go, well, let's hear both sides. I mean, we have a hostile government that has clearly interfered with our way of life, and people are kind of on the fence about this now. People need to decide what they love in this country. Do they love Donald Trump, or do they love the country that they claim that they love? Because right now, you cannot play both sides.
Well,
you can't play both sides.
What Donald Trump is saying is that he wasn't involved, neither was Putin. It was other parties that were involved.
I wasn't asking.
The intelligence speaks otherwise, but we are hoping that we're going to hear from President Trump, because he's expected to talk anytime from the White House, and we are monitoring that, and we will bring it to you live. So stay tuned for that. We'll break what we're doing, and we'll talk about it and show it to you. Well, new details on the woman who survived plunging 250 feet off a cliff. Angela Hernandez, there she is. She's from Portland. She posted her story on Facebook saying she was driving down the California coast when she swerved to avoid a small animal. Her Jeep, which you see here, plunged off a cliff, falling 250 feet into the ocean. Angela says she woke up and felt water rising over her knees. She broke a window to escape and swam to shore. She spent 6 more days on that beach using a radiator hose to collect drinking water off of moss she found. Finally, a couple hiking on the beach found her and called for help. Here's what they said about that moment.
I heard a faint cry for help, and we both turned and we saw Angela standing in the rocks.
She could talk, listen, respond, walk.
She said that she woke up that morning and knew it was going to be a good day, and I think I started crying.
And on her Facebook page, Angela says she suffered a brain hemorrhage, 4 broken ribs, and a collarbone, a collapsed lung, ruptured blood vessels in both eyes, and severe sunburn. But still, she survived. Wow. Would you be able to survive? Do you have survival skills?
I watch a lot of survival shows. I don't know. I think maybe she lost track of time a little bit here. That's just me.
You don't believe her story?
I mean, you can't argue with a punctured lung and all the problems that she had. But it just seems to me, if she could walk around, why wouldn't she just walk? Those people came from somewhere. Why wouldn't she just walk off? Maybe she was that disoriented, and getting a hose from her truck and collecting moss.
Water from the moss.
Yeah,
come on.
I don't know. I mean, you can't argue with what happened. I mean, look at her car, look at everything. I'm just saying, you know, there's movie rights involved as well. You could embellish. I'm just giving it to you.
Would you be able to survive, Erica? I feel like you would, girl.
I'm not so sure.
perfectly honest.
Yes, you would.
I don't know. I don't know.
Erica Cobb that I know would be able to survive. Let me tell you. Not only would you survive, you would lead some sort of like resistance movement.
I mean, think about what human beings have survived. I mean, you know, the Black Plague, the Spanish flu wiped out almost 2/3 of our population globally. I mean, human beings, we are survivors. I mean, most of the stories, we just saw, 13 kids live in a cave for 2 weeks, you know, taking in whatever their bodies were taking in. The human body is very resilient. Obviously, I mean, that's what our bones are for. Our skin is an incredible protectant. I mean, I don't know how she did it.
Would you survive? I don't know.
I think I'd mail it in. I've had a great life. I'm done. I'm done.
I feel like Al.
I'd send like one tweet, one more salty tweet, and I'd be gone.
I would not pick you to be on my team.
Take Erica.
Amazon Prime Day did not go off quite as planned. You may know the Amazon website had a few glitches, and many users reported getting this type of error page that features the dogs of Amazon. And deal-hungry shoppers were quick to react on Twitter. One person tweeted, "Dear Amazon, while we love seeing cute dogs on your page, we'd much rather take advantage of Prime Day. After all, you did just raise membership fees to 20%. And another said, quote, "I should probably take the Amazon Prime crash as a sign that I don't need to buy anything this year," while she refreshes her browser for the 30th time.
She could also take it as a sign to get off her couch. Get off your couch. Go shopping. It's okay.
That's a generalization. Maybe she's exhausted. Maybe she's a new mom.
Everybody's exhausted. It's called being an adult.
She didn't get tired of refreshing.
Exactly. You need to get up and go live your life. Go out there, breathe the air, go meet people. That's how people used to interact back in the day. I'm fine with
they don't have those deals out there.
When do you go and do all of your grocery shopping and, you know, get all of those things?
6:01 after Daily Blast Live is over.
Oh, really?
Yes, for the most part.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen me grocery shop?
What about the boxes of green tea you just purchased? Where were
I didn't know where to buy those, so you told me to go on Amazon. You buy, but most of my stuff.
It came from Amazon.
Yes, that was. I'm not saying I don't use Amazon, but I'm saying when it's not working, I don't let my life fall into shambles.
How much does a gallon of milk cost, Al?
I'm lactose intolerant, Jeff.
All right. So are you a fan of the legendary rock band Queen? Brett Forrest says first look at the new trailer for Bohemian Rhapsody coming in hot.
That's right. We will rock you. Bohemian Rhapsody takes you behind the scenes of the iconic band. Watch.
I write songs. Our lead singer just quit. Then you'll need someone new. No one will play us on the radio. We need to get experimental.
Your private life.
What more do you need to know? I make music. I want to give the audience a song that they can perform. What's the lyric?
All right, looks awesome. Bohemian Rhapsody comes to theaters November 2nd.
I'm not letting you get off the hook, Brett. You said the words, "We will rock you." You need to sing it.
Oh my gosh, okay. We will rock you.
Yay, Brett!
We will rock you.
Okay, that's enough, Brett.
Soon now.
That was pretty good.
He kept going.
That was good. Good job,
He
Brett.
like kept going.
Yeah.
Way to go, Brett. All right.
I'm pumped up now.
Me too.
Tori Showman, what's coming up next on DBL?
All right, talk about multitasking. What you're saying about the mommy model who worked the runway while breastfeeding. Plus, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande are madly in love, but that didn't stop him from giving her a necklace he's already given to another girl before. Say what? And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. So next we share your comments live on air about a story getting a lot of buzz online. Parents are throwing their daughters' period parties to celebrate them. Becoming a woman, is this all too much? Find out.
Hello, everybody. All right, Jeff, let's continue this conversation. All right. We're being honest. There are some people on the fence. I'm not saying Jeff. It was just, we think that the accident was strange.
Well, the reaction of the couple that found her was...
Wait, Sam, can you set it up for our viewers real quick?
Oh, yeah. So the couple that found this woman... What's happening?
Whose Jeep plunged off the side of the
She fell off
PCH.
in a car, and then she was around for 7 days. And then she saved herself using the radiator hose from her car to get water from Moss.
Yeah. Well, she can learn on Bear Grylls. All of those.
Yes,
See, the water with the hose. Survival. Some of the shows start off. Listen, I'm not. Obviously, she's hurt. We're just, playing devil's advocate here. But all the shows that start with like you're alone in the African desert. There's an empty Jeep there. What do? You collect things off of that Jeep.
I didn't know that.
And then you start going. So you take one of the hoses so you can drink water out of like ponds or things like that.
A hose and not radiator fluid.
Well, you just
I don't know.
It
It just
kill you.
Yes, it does. It kills animals.
The
all
guy's
the time.
reaction made me think like she could walk and she'd get up and walk and kind of like laugh, but then you're getting fresh water off of moss from radiator.
His reaction.
I give her the 127 days.
The reaction was really weird.
It was weird.
Hers especially, because then she kind of like came back and was like, and she said, I knew today was going to be a good day. And that's when I started to cry.
Yeah.
And it was like,
and then him being like, yeah,
It's
we
very
found her and
poetic,
she could
like
walk.
a screenplay.
yeah.
And I have no doubt that she might have fell
How
off.
dare us,
fell
though.
off.
Look
No,
at
it is.
us.
I'm terrible.
How
We're terrible.
dare us?
Listen, this is what we talk about
I know,
before
but
the meeting.
But this is also.
I think she fell off the cliff. There might have been other circumstances of why she went off that cliff. I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Let's
I
give
just-
her the benefit of the doubt.
I am.
This is a
You're not going to fake a
okay.
punctured lung or a
20
bruised
seconds.
brain or broken ribs. You're not going to fake that. You know what I mean? So something happened.
15 seconds.
Boy, when I get sick, don't tell Jeff Schroeder.
Yeah, I've seen your sick.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We all know going through puberty is awkward, but there's a growing movement by parents to make it less awkward. Introducing period parties. Yeah, you heard us right. The new trend of so-called period parties has parents celebrating the moment their daughters, quote, become a woman. DBL Nation, is this taking things too far? Take it away, Sam Shocker.
Oh, Tori, if you could read all these comments, let's get straight to them. LaMonica writes, party? Nope. A celebration? Yes. We spent the day together, Manny/Petty, supply, shopping, and lunch together. A time to bond and for her to ask questions. Aw.
As somebody that has a daughter, I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate the birth from which this comes. But I don't think it's something that you need to announce to everybody. I think it's something you sit your daughter down and you say, this is a beautiful thing. This is a coming of age moment. Every woman you've ever loved, every woman you've ever seen has gone through this moment. But I don't know if you need to celebrate it. I mean, would you celebrate if your son got underarm hair? You'd be like, oh, this is a natural selection, a natural thing. But I don't think you need to tell the neighborhood.
You mean you're not going to invite the neighbors to her period party?
I think we'll pass. Hard pass.
Okay, clearly
I'm going to announce that it's a period party, okay? Ramsey
You
says...
seem like a DJ for a period.
Yes. Celebrate. Don't discriminate. I agree. It's better than the way that I came of age, which was it happened, and then my dad called me into my room and said, now don't be one of them nasty women that don't take care of themselves, and you better be clean, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like...
How scary.
It was very scary. I was like 11.
Traumatized.
But I was always very clean.
See? There you go.
Wow.
Mic dropped.
All right, April writes, I don't know if a party is necessary, but spend the day with your daughter and explain things and buy those important things together. April, I totally agree with you. A party is ludicrous, to be honest with you. Let's have a period party. Who are you inviting to this party?
You invite Ludacris to your period party.
I'm putting it out there right now. I never want to be invited to a period party in my whole life. So leave me out of that party. Can't people just talk anymore, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's got to be the celebration of all this stuff. Listen, you have your period. Let's talk
Jeff,
about it.
what do we always say though? We always talk. Jeff,
we talk to your mom.
Yeah. Moms take care of that stuff.
I know, but what if you're a single dad? What are you going to do?
Well, then you got to talk about it. But there's certain things that, the mom.
But he should go to mom first. Don't act like what he said was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you see what happens when you go to your dad.
Okay, see? Case in point.
Oh, we are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
That's right. Sam just announced Cher has a new record coming out, and it's all thanks to the new Mamma Mia movie. That's right. Cher is releasing an entire album of ABBA covers. She said she had so much fun singing Fernando in the film that she believes she can put her spin on more songs from the Swedish rock legends. Now, there's no release date yet for it, but she is keeping busy. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again comes out this Friday.
Raquel, to follow in Brett's footsteps, and since you have a microphone, Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
Thanks, Rock. Thank you.
Raquel did it.
She's not doing it?
I thought Erica, I don't know what's happening. I was waiting for a Cher impression.
Mamma mia, here I go again.
Okay, good job, Erica.
I just feel sorry for all the boyfriends that are going to get dragged to that movie.
What do you mean? There's a lot of men
there
out
are not
there that
enough
like
bars
this
on the
movie.
way to that movie theater.
I think there's men out there that like this movie.
And do you have to bring a present to a period party?
Probably. A gift card.
Possibly some.
Now it's like now.
All right, the wheels have fallen off. I apologize.
Yeah.
Pineapples aren't just for eating this summer. Tori Shulman has a story coming in hot.
That's right. Better Homes and Gardens put together some fun ways to decorate your house with pineapples. So liven up your shelves with trendy pineapple figurines. Simply place one on a pair on a display shelf for an instant tropical vibe. Now, if you want to go bold, add some pineapple pattern wallpaper to your bathroom. The quirky wall treatment adds a boost of color without really overwhelming your eyes. Let's not forget the kitchen. No, you can make these yourself by drawing pineapple patterns into your wood, cutting using a wood burning tool. Fun fact, did you know the pineapple is the symbol of hospitality?
That's a cute fact. Thank you, Tori.
What is a wood burning
First
tool?
pineapple, the gold one, is actually a drink shaker, and then you can take the top off and put a straw in, and you have a fancy tropical drink.
I love that.
Shoot,
Ooh.
sorry.
Oh, you weren't mic'd? Coming up on DBL, a breastfeeding model trailblazes a new path on the catwalk. It's the viral moment America can't stop talking about. And up next, Al Jackson sounds off on the craziest viral videos he can find. Don't go away.
Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to The Breaks, where we continue to bring you top trending stories.
I was so excited you're doing this.
Oh yeah, hey. So right
Sorry,
now.
hi.
I guess we're done saying
I'm
hi.
I'm sorry.
So Rugrats is returning. Yeah. So excited. Shout out to all those 90s kids.
Yeah, Rugrats.
Yeah, they're back, and they're coming back with a revamp of the TV show. The original is getting revamped. The original series is getting revamped. And then they're doing a new live action film.
Okay.
They're both all supposed to be coming out in August 2020, so you guys have a lot to look forward to. It's going to be CGI, which I think is super. The movie's going to be CGI.
Okay,
which I think is going to be really cool because, I mean, the Rugrats is a super iconic cartoon TV show, and then to now bring it into
I don't know. I don't love
2020
it. I don't like it when you take
CGI?
the 90s flat, very good thing, and you move it into CGI. I liked it the way it was. Thank you.
Let us know.
Moving
Comments
on.
in our comment section which you prefer.
Which you prefer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big round of applause. This is Maddie.
Hi, everyone. Hi, DBL
Maddie
Nation.
is here. She's our DC producer. She's incredible. We love Maddie, and she wants to give you a great story.
I do. Tori, you love pancakes, right?
Oh, who doesn't?
Well, IHOB has come back to be IHOP.
Oh, finally.
They have finally gotten over their identity crisis.
Fantastic.
So today only, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you can get a 3-stack of pancakes for 60 cents.
Oh!
Yes.
I like
60
that.
cents, I
60
know.
cents. So, guys, whoever misses the pancake, the IHOB, which Fetch is
Never
not going to
happened.
catch on.
Never
It's never going
happened.
to catch on. All right, let us know if you're going to be pancaking, and 60 cents for 3.
60 cents for 3 pancakes all day today. You gotta check it out. Maybe add those chocolate chips if you want
I
them.
love and I
have a
like it when the
sweet
syrup
tooth,
gets
so-
wet with it and it's like drippy.
Yeah.
Let's all
Yeah,
hop over there. See you
Bye, guys.
soon. Sorry.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for everyone's favorite segment, Al Sounds Off, with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
Yeah, Jeff, looking pretty sharp there.
Suit and tie today, buddy.
Yes, sir. Rocking that Indochino like me.
Indochino.
Best thing about
inscription in there.
What did you say?
Crush Life, Big Jeff.
Oh, okay.
What did yours say?
Mine says Salty Al. Come on.
Perfect.
It really does.
Let's get right into it. All right. It's summertime and things are heating up, but nothing is as hot as these trendy matching bikinis, swimsuits, and briefs. Al, check this out.
Ooh, Jeff. Jeff, I haven't seen a package like that since Amazon.
Wow.
All right, there we go. There we go. I like this guy because usually a mullet's a party in the front, but this one's a party in the back as well. My kind of dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Talk about junk in the trunk. Well done, sweetheart. All right, it looks like Eastbound and Down is selling underwear now.
I like
I'm with
that
it.
show.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Bring it back. All right, our next viral video comes from Emerald Downs Racetrack just outside of Seattle, and it needs no further introduction. Check this out, Al.
All right, and the guys with no dates are off. This is a perfect definition of evolution. Anybody running in this race is not going to have kids of their own. Don't care.
That was a good one.
Finally, let's go to the last one.
All right, our final viral video is heating up more than just the internet, Al. A man's flip-flop melted to the street on a 100-degree day. Check this out.
That's right. That's what you get for wearing flip-flops and you're not in jail. I think we're all against global warming, but what about global burning?
Flip-flops, Al?
I'm not a fan of the flip-flop, man.
That really does say salty Al.
I'm sorry about that, Jeff. You know, but you know, it's this is my kind of thing. It's funny, it's dangerous, what makes it really funny.
There you go, everybody.
All right.
That's comedian Al Jackson, and that's Al Sounds Off.
Was it?
Coming up on Daily Blast Live, SNL actor Pete Davidson gave fiancée Ariana Grande a very special necklace, but turns out he gifted it to another girl too. And Happy World Emoji Day will show you some of our favorite emojis. Coming up next.
Yeah.
Guys, so at the front of the top of the conversation was very much digital, was very much about someone's new accoutrement on today's show. There was if we take a look right behind me, Mr. Schroeder, he's wearing a tie, and it's looking dandy. People are loving it. So I'm just going to get some info on it for you. Tell me a little bit about your tie, buddy.
It came with the suit.
And let's get a little close up. Everyone's talking about it, loving it. Would you wear a tie on a more regular basis? Do you like dressing up?
I like dressing up. It's nice once in a while. This is the new
nice
suit I got.
Ooh.
See, look at that.
Yeah, take a close up look. Crush Life, Big Jeff.
I designed it. See, I designed like the inside. This company Indochino in Denver hooked us up with some suits. So it came with pocket square, tie, even have a vest. That was a little much.
Yeah, if you showed up in a vest, I'd make so much money.
For the wedding.
Yeah.
Well, it might be coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to break it out. I didn't get it for no reason.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, but
All
it came with it. Does it look nice?
I think everyone's saying you look dapper, you look fantastic.
How's my tie, my knot look, though?
Now, is it a Windsor bird?
No.
Is this a Windsor? It's
No,
not
it's
a Windsor.
not a
Tell us a
Windsor.
little bit about it.
It's I don't know what it's called, but he had a Windsor, and I.
So all I know is how to tie one knot.
And that's
And I came in and Bert's like,
He's
no.
like, no.
I'm like, why not? And he changed it. He's like, they're not wearing these in the magazine. So Bert.
It looks nice and slimming. Like, I like that. I like that a
You had a
lot.
big knot the size of your head.
I use the double Windsor.
Oh, the double Windsor. Excuse
Yes,
me,
from
Your
the-
Majesty.
That's from the early 50s.
From the early 50s.
That's the only one I know how to tie.
That's awesome. I think it looks great, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I never saw so many people make such a big deal of a tie.
Hey, your turtleneck was huge, so this is a big deal. All right, guys, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Wait, come back here, Tori.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today is a day we all can celebrate. It's World Emoji Day. That's right. Tori Shulman has a story coming in hot.
Yay, sad. Apple is celebrating with the announcement of 70 new emojis. They're coming later this year. Now, those include more hair options, Okay, clap if you like this. The party face, a cupcake, a peacock, and more. Now, since the new emojis aren't out yet, we wanted to see which ones we use the most. Check it out.
Do we have a strict no judgments policy?
Sure.
All
Sure,
right.
why
There
not?
All right. So here's mine.
Okay. I see crying, laughing, like laughing in tears.
Yeah, a lot of group texts.
And then a martini glass.
Yes, 'cause that's it's 6 o'clock somewhere.
All right, so here are mine.
All right. I see the sunglasses guy, which is like, hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see an emoji with a cowboy hat. When are you using that?
I have the clapping, the kissy with the heart, and crying.
Okay, kissy with the heart, #1, always. Then it's laughing straight face, and then laughing sideways.
Laughing, crying face, balloon, and champagne. I don't like to write a lot, so if someone writes me, I just do the happy crying or congratulations, happy birthday. That pretty much sums me up.
It does. That's amazing. I have the face palm a lot, which sums me up. So the new emojis are expected to roll out this fall. DBL Nation, we need to know, what is your favorite emoji?
I like the new peacock one. I'm really about that.
How come this one didn't make it? I use this one for everything.
I do too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Are those praise hands?
Because that's how I use it.
Yeah, me too. Like, yeah. Like,
No,
hallelujah.
those aren't hallelujah. Those
No?
are like, that's what's up, let's party.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
These are the praise hands.
No, this is like testifying.
No,
this is like Holy
no.
Ghost hands. These are Holy Ghost hands. Y'all know
Those
that.
are, no, the ones that are together though, like the U.
All right. You can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Here's what's coming up next on Daily Blast Live.
A mommy model struts her stuff on the runway while breastfeeding, but she's drawing mixed reviews. What do you think? Forget the mall. This teen wants to go to Mars. We shine the DBL spotlight on a girl who set her sights on space. You snooze, you win? The company that will actually pay you to sleep on the job. When Daily Blast Live returns.
Emojis. Okay, let's come up here. Can I ask you guys a quick question? If someone sent you,
An emoji.
Yes,
And
honey.
what would be the one emoji you would not like to receive that you're like, ugh, this
For
person?
what?
What's your least
I can't
favorite
hear you.
emoji? I'm sorry.
Your least favorite.
Like, what's an emoji that you're like, this person always
Will you
does
get
this
Rena back
emoji?
on the line, honey?
I like to use ones that are way in the back.
Like the weird
That
ones?
mean
The
absolutely
bamboo?
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Have you
the
ever
picture of
used
the
the
train
random
station.
ones before?
Yeah.
There's some like me and my
There's
friends
some
are like-
really random ones. And just send them to people that you don't talk to a lot when they send you dumb stuff.
Right.
Just send them like crazy emojis and then they stop right
They
away.
don't talk to you
Yeah,
anymore.
you're like, don't write me
There's
ever
one
again.
of the flan. Do you remember the flan in the food section? It's
yeah.
just a weird creme brulee, and I love sending that one to be like,
Well,
here you
how
go.
much do you look for emojis
Sorry.
as opposed to you do something like happy birthday and then the emojis pop up and then you press it? I don't
Yeah,
go.
but I hate
I
when
don't
they
go in
pop up.
looking for emojis.
Yeah, that's true. But I hate
I
when they
do.
pop up
I
and
do
then they
as well.
replace
See, I
the
don't.
word. Like,
See,
I
that's-
I know. Why does it
Oh,
replace
yeah.
the word? I want the word. I want it at the very end of the word.
Yeah.
Can I just say this might sound bad? Can we be done with the flags in the back?
I know.
They take up so much emoji space, and no one even knows what those countries
That's
are.
true.
Like, I pride myself on being pretty international. I don't know what the Erica. There's like
no.
49,000
No.
flags
I
out there.
used
Sam,
3
show me where you
flags.
use one of those flags.
Yeah,
Every
please.
time I fly to a new country, I
France?
me too. Me too.
And
Every
for
time
World Cup, you did the France?
Yeah. And why only represent some flags? If you're going to represent
I'm
a
saying
flag,
be done with
represent
all
all the flags.
I think flags should be a thing that you download.
Did you see some of the other ones that are on there? Other
All right, guys, so
flags?
Have you
DBL
seen the one that's
Nation,
just like
let us know what is the most random emoji on your entire emoji list. Let me know. I can't wait. See you soon.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We are a live show. We have a lot to get to, so let's dive right in. Well, we are live, and Kelly Schuberth has news at the moment. Let's get right to Kelly. Kelly?
Yeah, we've got some incredible video into the studio today showing Las Vegas police in a shootout with murder suspects. Take a look. The body cam footage shows an intense chase through residential streets. You can see the officer shoots through his windshield at the suspect's vehicle. Now watch as the officer continues this pursuit. He eventually catches up with the vehicle, begins shooting more out his window. Police say that's when he hit one of the suspects. You can see the SUV begins to come to a stop. The officer pulls over to reload his gun. The suspect then tries to take off again before crashing into an elementary school wall. Now, Las Vegas police say their policy allows officers to pursue and fire at fleeing suspects if the public is in danger. Sam?
Wow, thank you, Kelly. That is alarming. And you have to outweigh the situation. Yes, you think about the public bystanders that could possibly get hit as collateral damage, but at the same time, these are fleeing murderers. And so the police officer has to have the wherewithal to make that decision, outweigh which one is more dangerous to the public. And clearly these individuals were more dangerous to the public than a full-on shootout.
And I'm glad that they cleared that up too at the end of that. Thank you so much, Kelly, because otherwise you'd have questions of why they did that. But if it's legal and that's what they're there to do, I mean, I've never seen a video like this.
That's
this is crazy.
unbelievable. Wow. All right. And it's a alleged murder. Yeah. All right. Well, a Sports Illustrated model has us all talking because what she did on the runway. Model Mara Martin owned the catwalk as she breastfed her 5-month-old daughter. People are praising the new mama for normalizing breastfeeding, but Mara thinks there are more important headlines out there than something she does every day. Way to go, girl. And I guess she didn't plan for this. She brought her baby backstage. Her baby was in the middle of nursing. It was dinner time. So she said, you know what? Split-second decision. I'm going to bring my baby out with me.
She didn't want people to talk about this?
Well, I'm glad that people are talking about it because it is normalizing breastfeeding.
It's not normalizing. You don't
think so?
No, you don't. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? They're not breastfeeding there.
It's a good point. It's a great point.
Yeah, the runway, by the way, is 20 feet long, so you could go back and breastfeed 20 seconds later. So, and you don't want people to talk about this? BS.
Yeah, but then meanwhile, you know, a lot of these women, you know, walk, and I have no problem with it, but are walking, this is Sports Illustrated, walking with itty bitty bikinis, no problem with that. You can hear people talk, but then as soon as someone's using her breast for what it's made
Listen, I'm for breastfeeding. That's fine with me. This is getting ridiculous.
Little too in your face.
This is getting ridiculous.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I don't know if you can say too in your face. It's a Sports Illustrated runway. People are dressed in barely anything, which is fine. Was it a stunt? Of course it was a stunt. The baby's wearing headphones, but we're talking about it, and I think that it's a very important conversation to have, especially bringing it up in that arena. I think it was pretty brilliant because here you have women who are barely wearing anything, and people find that to be completely acceptable and normal. I definitely do. But for some reason, we don't find it acceptable to use those same parts in order to nurture and feed a child.
Because
I agree with you, Erica.
Look, we're looking at runway models, especially Sports Illustrated models, because they're sexy. And people, it's okay to look and say, that's sexy. When you see breastfeeding, that's not considered the same thing. I'm sorry, it's not. If it was, Sports Illustrated would have that because they're trying to sell magazines.
So are you saying that the women's body should only be used for the aesthetic and it's not the same when it's using?
Absolutely
because
not.
Really what you're describing is Madonna whore.
I don't know what that is.
It means that a woman
that sounds like a play I would not go to.
Stops being a sexual being when she becomes a mom.
I'm saying, Erica, that we live a full 24-hour day, and some days you might want to see something sexy when you're with your partner, and then so if this is the case, then let's have people at strip clubs. Let's have them doing it.
Well, they do it, and they have the tools to do it. But I think that what you're talking about is probably...
Strippers breastfeed while they're on stage.
No, what you're talking about is probably the very issue at hand. It's the idea that a woman stops being sexual or sexualized when she becomes a mother.
That's not true at all.
I really think it is.
So you're saying guys don't think Serena Williams is so sexy?
I'm just saying, but when you're saying it's different to see them on the runway, it's something different to see a woman breastfeed.
You'd be so surprised how many men don't feel that way. I don't feel that way.
You shouldn't.
I think being a mom is super sexy.
Yeah, I agree, man. You just shouldn't put the two together.
I disagree with that. All right.
I want a split screen. Me and
Sorry.
All right, Pete Davidson is clapping back at social media trolls. He posted this pic of his fiancée Ariana Grande wearing his father's necklace. You might remember Pete's dad was a firefighter killed on 9/11, but comments online pointed out that he gave the same necklace to his ex, Cassie David, so Pete had to jump in. He wrote, yes, she had one, but it was a replica. The one that Ari has is the one my dad actually died in, and he wore his entire career. I gave it to her because she has my heart. My dad would be so happy and love her so much. Wow. I mean, Al, you lost your father. You've been very candid and open about that on this show.
Definitely.
Would you ever consider giving something that your dad left to you to your fiance?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Some relationships are sacred, and they're between two different people. His father never knew this young lady. My father will never know anybody else that I date from here on out. And I think that to be handing out something that's so sentimental, I don't want to use the phrase willy-nilly, but just like the last two people he's dated, he's just giving it to them. I don't know. I can't tell him out of love. I think it's a great gesture of love, but it's something I would not be interested in at all. I have an urn of my dad's ashes. Like, no one's touching that ever.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know that they're in love and they are planning on spending the rest of their lives together. I wouldn't have taken it. And I had an instance like that where a family member passed away, and I really felt like it was more appropriate for that particular piece to go to someone who shares blood and will always, regardless of anything that happens, be a part of that family. Like, that's such a, I don't know, I feel like it just has to stay within the bloodline.
All right. Well, what do you do when you're confronted with hardcore PDA? Well, for restaurant patrons in Rhode Island, that was the question when Miss Universe Olivia Culpo and her NFL player boyfriend Danny Amendola were getting hot and heavy over dinner. It was reportedly so intense that people complained. So before we jump in, what's your take, DBL Nation? Vote now at dailyblastlive.com. Do you ever get handsy in public? Jeff, what do you think about this?
I am not handsy in public at all. I don't like it at all. But as for these two, if we ever needed to repopulate the earth, we should start with these two, because there's some good-looking people.
Where do you draw the line? Is it a kiss? Is it hands?
Listen,
is it
as soon as
hands?
You don't have to reach for them, Sam.
Yeah, no, when I'm like in my car and people are like holding hands and like hugging across the street, like, it's enough. It's enough for me.
Whoa. I have a real issue if my husband did not hold my hand going across the street.
Do you want to know? Okay, do you want to know what your husband's thinking? I'll tell you exactly what your husband's thinking.
I love my wife. I'm going to protect her.
He holds hands, and as soon as you hold it, he goes, "How long is this going to last?" That's exactly what he's thinking.
That's not true.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
So what about, can I ask you this? When you walk on the sidewalk, are you on the side closer to the cars or the side away from the cars when you're walking with her?
I don't pay attention.
What? You don't pay attention?
No, the two
to
biggest.
Your pregnant wife? What? That is like a no-no. I judge people for that.
First of all, when did we move to Manhattan? Like, I'm skipping down the street and my wife's in heels with sipping champagne. What are you talking about?
First, in some countries, if you are not walking up closest to the street, you will be ridiculed in public.
Dude, if you ridicule me, I will push you into the street.
Okay. And 48% say no, get a room.
Oh, what? I don't know. Stop it. I just say, as long as there's no open mouth kissing, I'm fine. I think open mouth is the problem.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry to bring the show to a screeching halt because I don't want to watch tongues exchange.
Walk closest to the street.
Yeah,
all right,
always walk closer to the street. We have a dream job alert. Would you be a good snooze turn? Brett Forrest explains what that is in this story coming in hot.
Jeff, let me just say, I love your tie. All right, Mattress Firm wants to pay you to sleep. Yes, that's right. They're looking for an in-house bed tester who knows how to nap. Sounds like me. As a paid snooze turn, you will test optimal head and foot positions on a variety of mattresses. You'll also create content for their social media pages. This includes hosting Facebook Live events and taking pictures around the Mattress Firm bed quarters in Houston. All you have to do is go to mattressfirm.com to apply, and applications are due by July 23rd. But don't bother. This is a perfect job for me.
Awesome.
Thanks, Brett.
I don't want anybody watching me sleep.
It's
creepy.
Well, I'm on a mission now because I hang out with you guys a lot. And if you're with Anthony or you're with Mark, I'm going to be behind you with my camera. And if you're on the side of the street or you're on the side of the street, I'm blasting it all over Daily Blast Live.
There we go.
It's coming, trust me.
No, trust me.
All right.
Trust me.
Now it's time for our top feel-good stories of the day. Tori, you have all the videos that are making DBL Nation smile.
Yeah, trust me. All right, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are honoring the memory of Nelson Mandela today. They visited a special exhibition commemorating the 100th anniversary of his birth and met with a close friend of his who was also imprisoned on Robben Island, as well as his granddaughter. And a New Jersey police department is going viral for this so-called pug mug. They posted a pic of this pooch who ran away from home, hoping to reunite him with his owner. Within a few hours, the pug's owners came forward, paid his bail in cookies, and sprung him from the slammer. Even in jail, he was still a good boy. Coming up on Daily Blast Live, a graduation walk like you haven't seen before. Why a mom stepped in for her daughter. Coming up in Heart Threads. But first, we shine the DBL spotlight on a teen who wants to go on a mission to Mars. How she's preparing right now for the trip of a lifetime. Oh, and she's only 17. You hear that? Coming up next.
Furniture Row? Furniture Row?
All right.
What? Furniture Row area?
Oh, I thought you were saying
Furniture Row?
Jeff.
What about it? Have you heard of them? Furniture Row? Yeah. They just placed an order.
Now, you're telling me.
Let's go over here.
Go ahead. No,
Go for it, Al.
All right, so Jeff.
Interesting.
Like, your wife has never said, I prefer for you to walk on the outside of the street.
Yeah, have you ever had the combo?
I don't think so, but I know what you're talking about. I've heard it before.
Well,
but I'm being 100%
surprised
honest.
as a traditional Italian man like you, because my dad's very traditional, and my dad told me from a very early age, when you date a man, assuming that I was straight and cisgender, but when you date a man, make sure that he is on the side of the street, because that will tell you a lot about his character.
Maybe I just do it and I don't even realize it.
Oh, maybe you do.
Yeah, but I'm not like, oh my God, we're late for this appointment. Wait a second, what side of the street are you on? No, that doesn't happen.
I've gotten
Let's
in
get
fights
real.
with Mark about it. In the very beginning, he didn't
Right?
like to do
Come
that, and I got in arguments with him about it. Anthony's very traditional.
Yeah, Anthony does it. It does
I'm getting
become
them.
like a very, it becomes almost like a dance because we walk a lot.
Yeah.
And then when you turn, like, it's kind of like this weird, like, he goes to the left, I go to the right, like, so, but we have it pretty much down at this point.
How about opening the door? Don't tell me they open the door for you.
The car door?
Yeah.
No, not the car door.
If we're going to a big event, if I'm wearing like a cumbersome, he'll open the door. And
That's
let me
different
out.
because it's
What
like
about the
hell.
restaurant door?
Most doors.
Most doors, yeah. Not a car door, though.
Yeah.
But I also,
If somebody took me on a date and got out and opened the car door, I'd be like, it's a bit
Right?
much, buddy. Slow down.
Yeah, you
See,
would.
that's not fair, though. That's not fair. You can't take 3 of the 4. Like,
And then all of a sudden you're a nerd if you do one of them.
yeah.
I would be appreciative if the car
And
door
what
was
if
open.
he did all those things but expected to go Dutch on the date? First date.
What's that?
Split 50-50.
I guess it would depend.
Oh.
It would depend on the situation.
Sat in the car waiting for you to get out and take. What would you think? She sat in the car waiting.
I'd be like, keep waiting because I'm coming back in to drive you home.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. What were you doing at the age of 17? Probably not trying or training to become an astronaut. Today we are shining the DBL spotlight on a teenager whose dreams are truly out of this world.
17-year-old Alyssa Carson is shooting for the stars. Scratch that. This high school student is actually shooting for Mars. Alyssa is currently training to become one of the first humans to set foot on Mars at an age when most of her peers are getting a driver's license. Alyssa says the red planet has fascinated her since she was 3 years old, and it shows. In 2016, she was the youngest student to be certified to go into space as an astronaut trainee. On top of that, Alyssa has her pilot's license, scuba license, and is certified to launch certain types of rockets. So whether Alyssa is 32 or still in her teens when she takes off to discover Mars, one thing's for certain, this girl is more than ready for the trip of a lifetime.
Oh my gosh, Alyssa, you are incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to talk to us. Tell us where you are and what you're doing right now.
So right now I am at the Infinity Visitor Center, which is the official visitor center to Stennis Space Center, is where they do all of the engine testing for all the rockets that have gone to space.
And at 17, Alyssa, you've accomplished more than most will do in a lifetime. What's your motivation to work so hard, and why Mars?
So, I mean, really everything that I've been working towards is just to kind of help me and give me an advantage for when I do apply into the astronaut selection process. And I've really just kept going and been super motivated just because it's what I enjoy, and I can't really see myself doing anything else. And really why we're working towards the mission to Mars is, one, it's really the next step of space exploration. It's the next place that we need to explore, and it's kind of where it all started for me. Mars is kind of my first kind of spotlight of space, and it kind of first piqued my interest and kind of been wanting to go ever since.
Alyssa, what's been your favorite experience while training to become an astronaut?
I mean, really kind of my favorite so far has been the microgravity training, spacey training, underwater survival training, decompression training, and just kind of giving me a way to learn more about space and do more studies. So that's definitely been the most exciting so far.
I'm so impressed by you. Do you ever just want to say, forget it, turn on some reality TV and eat junk food like most people your age, and like what I did at your age?
I mean, definitely I lived the same life as like a normal teenager, love just sitting and binge watching Netflix as much as I can, but I still always have that goal of like wanting to go to space and go to Mars and work towards that.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. You're such a rock star. We're rooting for you the entire way. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
There will be statues of her one day. There will be universities named after her. Mark my word, this girl is so special and she deserves it all.
17?
Unbelievable. 17, already preparing to go to Mars. And she's been training. She's licensed to launch rockets, this girl. That's unbelievable.
Amazing.
Yeah. Whew, whew. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
Now the Girl Scouts are ready to go to space. Today they rolled out 30 new trailblazing badges, and they are all focused on science and technology. Girls ages 5 to 18 can now earn badges for cybersecurity, computer science, space exploration, and mechanical engineering. The Girl Scouts hope the new programs will help reduce the gender gap in all those fields. And having been a Girl Scout as a kid, I would have loved to earn one of those badges.
Now, those are some cool badges.
They should give them away as much money as they have.
No, you got to earn them.
No, where's the money?
Some things
Girl Scouts, I think they're laundering money.
Stop it.
Where's the money? Where's the money, Erica?
Stop
They
it.
make billions of dollars. Where's the money? Where's the money?
It's pretty good.
Can't put a price tag on.
Yes, you can. A couple billion with no taxes.
Okay.
I don't care.
Missing out on Amazon Prime Day? Well, Target has your back. Tori Shulman has a story coming in hot.
Where is the money? I think it's a good question. All right, you can save big at Target.com on furniture, kitchen, gadgets, electronics, and more for the home. Looking to blend some healthy recipes this summer? Get this Black & Decker Power Crush blender for more than 30% off today. So it's normally $30, but you can buy one for $20. How about that? Okay, doing some summer cleaning, then you'll want to check out this Dyson V6 cord-free vacuum. It's regularly $300, but you can get it for $250. All right, if you've been waiting to upgrade your patio for those summer barbecues, save 30% today on this 5-piece wicker patio dining room set. It's usually $1,000, but you can get it for $700 today. So head over to Target.com to check out the entire one-day sale.
Thanks, Tori. Just being mean over here.
No, I'm not.
Love you, Tori. Coming up on DBL, a mother's love for her daughter on display at graduation. Why mom stepped in for her at the ceremony. Next on Heart Threads.
Daily Blast Live continues now, live online. Log on to your favorite platform. Leave us your comments.
Definitely got our viewers talking.
Check out digital extras. Look, I can be in all places at once. And so much more. Daily Blast Live.
Hey guys, it's Brooklyn in the DBL Digital Lounge. Happy Tuesday. I have some exciting news for pizza lovers out there. I know a lot of you are. I am as well. Do you remember maybe in the early 2000s, the cheesy crust from Pizza Hut? Cheesy bites, they called it. Well, it's coming back. It's back now. People are losing it. This is trending like crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. Pizza bites are back. The pizza bites are back.
How many times have you had those?
One time. It's too much cheese for me. I can't.
Is it not there?
But Tori, did you know?
Too much cheese is something I never thought I'd hear anyone ever
It's
say.
because you have your whole cheese, you've got your pizza, and then you want to add more rolled up bites.
And I think the audience, let's all say it together, yes, yes we do.
Fine.
I love it.
I like it. I mean,
It's okay.
if you've had a few cocktails.
There you go.
Also, they're adding another item again. It's the s'mores treat thing. It's called this Hershey S'mores cookie.
Yum.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on that, Lex? There's something better than some s'mores because that graham with the texture. I love that graham cracker. So that looks great.
It does. Yum.
So this is Pizza Hut?
Yes.
Guess why you think they're coming out? Maybe because Papa John's is Maybe. You got to come up with something strong, am I right? You got to.
Come back strong.
You got to. But let's go take a little dive. Because we're going underwater for Aquaman!
Yeah, so Aquaman is coming to theaters this December. It's trending right now. There's going to be a lot of coverage at San Diego Comic-Con.
Awesome.
We're looking at a trailer. We're looking at more exclusive looks. This looks awesome.
It looks amazing.
I mean, it looks real.
And so this is the first poster they've released of the movie. That's why this is blown up so big.
Now, you guys know Aquaman. What's his origin story? What, did he fall in the water?
No, so actually these are, like, he is
he part shark or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is the name for the actual...
Atlantis?
Atlantis, yeah, he's Atlantean, which is a humanoid type of creature. So they look human, but they have powers to control fish, that have telekinesis,
The
all kinds of
tides.
stuff.
He can
Now,
talk to fish.
if he looks like that, I'm on board for Aquaman.
Yeah, Jason
I wonder-
Momoa.
Yep, and he's got gills. I wonder how far they're going to go into it.
Interesting.
How deep they'll dive.
How deep they'll dive, Leo with the winner. Ding, ding, ding.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today's Heart Threads is all about hope. Jordan was set to graduate, but after a shooting, she was left fighting for her life. But her friends and family aren't letting her give up. Take a look.
While this young woman fought for her life after being shot, her mother walked at graduation for her. Katrina Hall accepted a diploma on behalf of her daughter, Jordan. Jordan was shot in the back of the head in a random attack. Jordan and Katrina's family showed their support at the ceremony.
Today was the day that we were supposed to celebrate her. She cannot be here, but she's with us in spirit.
Katrina has also received tremendous support from her community.
They have been wonderful, people praying around the clock, nonstop.
Jordan is making incremental steps towards her recovery. She's awake and becoming more responsive every day.
Is your daughter one tough girl?
She is. She's fighting. We're here and we're not going away, and we want justice.
In life, just, you just never know what's going to happen, but we are pulling for this young lady and her family, and the fact that her mother was able to accept her diploma on her behalf was just probably very therapeutic for her.
I live for these Heart Threads. We need more of them. We are live. Brett Forrest with news at the moment.
Thank you, Sam. I have very important news here. Last week, we told you Costco is removing the Polish dog from their food court menu. Many people were left upset, angry, and in tears. But don't worry, we have a new hero. Sam's Club responded to the news with this tweet saying, let them eat Polish dogs, quoting someone named Marie Samstonette, probably, followed by, quote, Polish dogs will be available at all Sam's Club cafes starting July 23rd for only 99 cents. Now, I know someone here, our very own Al Jackson, who will be very happy to hear about the news. Here he is last week chowing down on a Polish dog. He loves those things. Now, this is 50 cents cheaper than Costco's combo, but I reached out to Sam's Club and they confirmed the 99 cents is only for the dog. However, you don't need to be a member to eat in their cafe, so there's a bonus.
Yeah. Our stage manager, Stu, just goes, do you need to be a member? Good news. Christmas comes early, Stu.
99 cents.
That's not bad.
But it's just a dog. It's not the chips.
They don't need chips. Just get 2 dogs.
There you go. Boom.
All right, here at Daily Blast Live, we love your viral videos like this one. A dog that slipped out of his collar right before his walk. Oh no, and the boy didn't even notice. More than 360,000 views and counting. We'll be right back.
We're on.
So, good news for, I guess, many people out there about the hot dog. I had no idea, Polish dog, excuse me. I had no idea that people were in tears about Costco removing the Polish dog, which, by the way, you still can get from their frozen section. You just won't be able to get it from the food court. But they still also have their burgers, their hot dogs at Costco, just not that Polish dog.
But it's also, you get live with the shame. You get a drink with it too, or
That's
something.
also with the hot dog. The hot dog at Costco also has that combo with the drink. It's $1.50 for the drink.
Vegan hot dogs.
Oh, vegan hot dogs, in my opinion, are so good. In fact, I made Sophie vegan hot dogs yesterday, And my husband is not vegan, and I made him one as well, and he thought it was really, really good. Yeah.
I would make fun of you, but I had the vegan sausage. Turn me around.
I love vegan sausage.
What brand? There's got to be like a good
Gardein
brand.
has really good vegan sausage. There's a kielbasa company that makes a really good like spicy kielbasa that's vegan. That's really good.
Jeff, you cannot tell.
No,
you would not be able to tell at all.
No, but you know what it is? I think it's come such a long way too, that just in the last 5 or 10 years,
we're, like,
that when
so
you
scarred
tried
from
it,
the last one.
when you tried it first, you're like
the tofurkey ones.
Yeah, you're like, what is
I
this?
agree.
So now I think if you try it, you'd be surprised how good they are.
Right,
yeah.
I would
try
say
it.
like if you want some pasta, you cannot go wrong with the squash spaghetti squash.
Oh, I like that.
With
And
some
the
vegan
quinoa pasta.
Yeah, with some vegan sausage.
Okay.
No calories. Super delicious. Tastes just like
Spaghetti squash is
calories.
Little calories.
Yeah.
It's not like killer pasta calories.
No, it's not heavy.
Zucchini spaghetti too is really good.
Yeah, I make that at home. I get the spy roller thing.
You make it yourself?
Yeah, so you get the spy roller, you know, and it just spirals. You take like a zucchini and you go like that, and it comes out all.
It's the
really?
noodle zoodle, or the zoodle noodle? The zoodler? What's a zoodler?
Yeah.
Where you put
can do
the
it. But that's a different
vegetables
one.
in.
Yes, that's the one. I just got the cheap one. And you crank it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. And you put that in there, and then you just put a little oil in the pan.
There's nothing like some pasta though. Just some angel hair pasta, some fresh pasta.
Dude, I'm telling you, try quinoa pasta at Costco. They
Oh,
have the
quinoa
best
pasta is so
You
good.
won't even be able to tell the difference.
It's so good for you.
Yeah, it's really.
So
I love it.
quinoa pasta has a lot of protein,
But isn't
a lot of
quinoa just
fiber.
rice? Though, won't you translate it just rice anyway?
That's a grain.
Quinoa's not rice.
So is rice.
Oh, it's a grain though. Is
Quinoa's
quinoa that
good.
great for you?
Yes, it has a lot of protein in it. Yeah, it's really good for you.
Duh, Al.
All right, no, we're almost done. Stay tuned for your.
Welcome back to DBL. You guys are fired up about the whole holding the hands in the street thing.
The whole studio is.
So Kimberly Matsuzik on Facebook says, I didn't realize it was a thing until I was walking with my fiance and he switched sides and I asked him why. Carly on YouTube, my husband always puts me on the inside of the street. Peggy Williams, hubby walks street side and opens doors for me, not car doors. Taught son to do the same.
All right.
Wow,
Peggy.
everyone's perfect on the internet.
Always learn. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.
We are going to be doing bobbing for apples. You have 1 minute. We're going to do it at the same time. Oh no, my face is way too pretty.
We're going to do dramatic reading now from Night Watch.
Night shift.
Right.
Bleeding in the left lower quadrant.
Tell CAT scan we're coming as soon as he's tuned.
I'm losing his pulse. Okay, so we're just doing. So you hear everyone? Don't open it. Don't, for God's sake, save the children.
New sunscreen. It's Sea Star Sparkle. It's Sprue 50, so you're actually getting some protection from the sun.
SPF, by the way.
Okay, I say Sprue.
So today we're playing Big Mouth. Jeff and Tori each have a minute to guess trending headlines they can give to the other player.
You're freaking me out. Bill, you lost on your own question.
Yeah, I can't even remember my own dialogue.
Bill came in second.
Tori's gonna win. Similar.
Oh, it's big, guys.
You have it wrapped in your hand.
That is a
It looks just
big-
like that.
It does. It does. This is how it's done right here.
Hey everybody, it's Samantha Harris. Welcome to Dancing with the Hosts. That's right.
Puppies!
So why don't you go to the moon?
We watch me on Blind Date on YouTube.
Oh, that's there. Excuse me, I'm gonna go find that.
We found the clip that you so embarrassing.
I make my jazz out of So every time you walk
Start the date with Jordan Brahms jazz hands.
Everybody thought I don't know comics. Really ticks me off.
Favorite thing ever is emoji. Headline, today's headline with emojis. Jeff and I try to figure it out. Okay, Nestle paid for the rights to sell Starbucks. Sell Starbucks!
No, I want nothing to do with this, so I'm leaving.
We want to make sure you guys are informed because what is information? Power! And knowledge!
Welcome Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, July 17th, and we are a live show. And let me tell you, we have a lot to get to, so let's dive right in. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump responded to members of his own party who are criticizing his summit meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump now says he accepts U.S. intelligence agencies' conclusions on Russian meddling, but says Russia's actions had no impact on the outcome of the election. Meantime, Trump's critics are not holding back. Former CIA Director John Brennan said this on the Today Show.
He was given the chance on the world stage to state very clearly that Russia interfered in our election and to say that it's intolerable and this shall not happen again. But he didn't. He sided with Mr. Putin.
But some Republicans are defending the president's actions, including Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Here's what he said about it on CBS this morning.
The vast majority of the foreign policy community, the bipartisan consensus, said you shouldn't meet with Putin. They also said he shouldn't meet with Kim. And this is an extraordinary thing about President Trump that should be lauded and not belittled, is that he is willing to meet with adversaries to try to prevent us from having World War III.
Okay, so he met with adversaries, but what do you think about him, even though now he's backpedaling, but what do you think about what he did yesterday, taking the side of Vladimir Putin against our own findings from the FBI? Do you think that's making our country better?
No, I think it was a bit naive, to be quite honest with you. I think to say that our intelligence agencies did not find meddling was naive. I think it was, he's going to maybe say it was misspeaking, but I think he was distrustful because there's two issues. There's meddling and there's collusion. And I think he may have blended them into one. And we have to understand that these are two very, very different issues. So I'm going to say that I think he now understands that to admit that Russia meddled is not to say that he colluded personally with the Russians on this election. And obviously there was no difference in outcome, but he needed to have this walk back today. I would say he needed that. Okay, that's refreshing to hear that. But shouldn't he have figured this all out before he took the world stage where everybody was watching, Tori?
Yeah, it's a big moment. And what's interesting is I love my country, you love your country, the same country, and we might disagree, but when he went against the U.S., this will be a moment we always remember. This is as big as Gorbachev tear down that wall. This is, I had a moment with Putin, who was our enemy for a long, long time, who assassinates journalists, who kills his own people, who is a tyrant, according to John McCain. And for him to look at him and say, I believe him over us, that's not making America great again, and that's his own slogan.
So being a Trump supporter as yourself, and I really appreciate how candid and open you are, Bo, because your opinion really does represent a lot of our country. And the more we can have this discourse respectfully, the more that we can bridge the gap between all of us, right? Yeah. So as a Trump supporter, watching what he did yesterday, and then you being so candid now saying you don't agree what he did, how do you deal with that as a Trump supporter?
That's a great question.
It's difficult because I have to call him out where he is wrong. And I think Trump supporters out there have to recognize that. We need to admit when there are missteps and there are misspeaks, okay? He's had a couple of these, maybe more than a couple. In the grand scheme of things, as a Trump supporter, I'm watching what he's doing with Russia and with Kim Jong-un, and I say, if there's an opportunity for dialogue, for engagement, for diplomacy, that's a good thing for all of us, okay? So
but people didn't say that when Obama reached out to Kim, even tabled the issue about reaching out. He was attacked on Fox News for that. So we're playing with two different rules.
True, but Trump has been the only guy to get to the table. So I got to give him credit for at least getting to the table with Kim, getting to the table with Russia and say, listen, I think he was playing a little bit of chess and saying, listen, I'm really trying to reach out to you. Let's thaw some relations out. Let's see where we can go with this. If we can operate collectively on Syria, on terrorism, let's try at least.
All right. Wow. And please, DBL Nation, chime in. You are our fifth host. We want to hear from you on this.
Can I ask one quick question to Bo? They say that we keep talking in past tense. They're saying that our future elections are also being meddled with the Russians as we sit here at this table. Would you like to hear him talk about it in present terms as well?
I would, because he's going to be running for re-election. In fact, he already is. What he said, I saw just moments ago, was there may have been other countries, perhaps China, that also meddled.
But why not stand up for when the U.S. intelligence says it's all Russia? Why not stand up and say, Putin, stop it. Do it right now. That would have been a big moment for him.
Sorry, guys. We do have a lot of other stories to get to. We're going to continue this conversation during the break.
Yes.
Please chime in, but let's get to the other stories. New details on the woman who survived plunging 250 feet off a cliff. Angela Hernandez posted her story on Facebook, saying she was driving down the California coast when she swerved to avoid an animal. Her Jeep plunged off a cliff, falling 250 feet feet into the ocean. Angela says she woke up and felt water rising over her knees. She broke a window to escape, swimming to shore. She spent 6 more days on that beach. Finally, a couple hiking on the beach found her. Here's what they said about that moment.
I heard a faint cry for help, and we both turned and we saw Angela standing in the rocks.
She could talk, listen, respond, walk.
She said that she woke up that morning and knew it was going to be a good day, and I think I started crying.
Well, on her Facebook page, Angela says she suffered multiple injuries, but still, she survived. Ooh. Wow.
I think this is a bigger testament to the Jeep Liberty. I mean,
not to her.
No, I mean, think about where we are in terms of like, no jokes, with seatbelts, with crumple zones, airbags, side airbags. I mean, did you see that car? It was all destroyed except for where she was. That's pretty impressive. Look at that car.
I read a book.
She walked away from that.
She did. I read a book on survival by Lawrence Gonzalez, which I highly recommend. I'm really interested in it. And they say the people that survive versus those that don't are ones that adapt the quickest to their new situation. So instead of just being in the car, being like, what do I do now for about 4 days? She quickly adapted, got out, made use, made tools. She adapted to her new environment, and that will save your life. So she did exactly what a survivor would do. Don't think, oh, what have I done? Think, how can I survive now?
Bo, do you think you'd be a good survivor?
No, I lived in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 4 years, and I called that survival.
That's
It was
hilarious.
just too freaking cold.
Too cold. The hair would just be blowing.
It blew too much.
Too much.
All right, actress Zoe Saldana is sick and tired of being asked if she wants a girl. The Guardians of the Galaxy star has 3 sons with her husband and says she gets asked that a lot. But at a recent event, Zoe responded to the nosy question saying, quote, "The reality is our family is complete as it came, and we're very happy and proud of them. We don't feel like we're missing anything." So is there a question that you hate being asked? Let's start with you, Bo.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're sick and tired. Are you married? When are you going to get married?
That, having so many pictures with your girlfriend, they're like, put a ring on it, put a ring on it. I'm like, can I please not do it on my own time? Just give me a little bit of breathing room.
Okay, so that's your pet peeve. Al, any pet peeves?
Why aren't you being funny right now? Say something funny. I mean, as a stand-up comic, people want you to be funny all the time. I'm like, we're on a flight. What do you want me to break into my hour special right now? Just stand up and get the PA? Yeah, it's like, no, it's like I'm just sitting here. Sometimes comics, just like sometimes dentists aren't working on your mouth all the time, comics are just sitting in seat 27E sometimes.
Tori?
I don't like when people ask, obviously, are you going to have children, but also, how are you going to raise the religion? Because I'm married to an Irish Catholic, I'm Jewish. That's really personal.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat because, you know, Mark is Jewish and I'm a little bit agnostic, but I guess traditionally I'm Lutheran.
Right.
And so we get that question asked all the time as well.
And I get the baby thing because that's just small talk, but getting into the religion is...
But if it's somebody close, like if the 3 of us asked, would that be...
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Reese Witherspoon just premiered...
I just want to make sure we're friends.
Yeah. Reese Witherspoon just premiered the first episode of her new series, Shine On with Reese. And in it, she gets to raid Dolly Parton's closet. It's a dream come true for many. Take a look.
What was that? Oh my gosh, Dolly! That's okay. That happens all the time. Don't tear up my clothes.
I always imagine Dolly Parton's closet opens and sequins come flying out.
Well, that did.
Oh my God, don't you just love to see how shocked she was by her costumes, all that glitter? I mean, who would you want to raid, Tori?
I think I'd really like to raid Cher's.
Oh my
closet.
Bob
Mackie. And just to see, they're iconic, each and every one. The sailor outfit, that black V-neck with nothing on it. I'd be into Cher.
I know.
I'm sorry, I'm going to Andre 3000 from Outkast. I saw him in a concert. He just had shoulder pads on, no shirt, and pink sequin pants. I was like, I want to be in his closet.
And Bo?
Mr. Tom Ford.
Yes.
That's a Tom Ford looking outfit.
Yeah.
Can you guess who mine would be?
Is it perhaps Gwen Stefani?
Gwen Stefani. Come on now.
Is there no doubt?
Live for her. There's 0 doubt. That was a good one, Tori.
Thank you.
Oh boy. You know, I mean, we do a lot of talking about Gwen. Like, what do we? Do we need to worry about like a restraining order?
Possibly.
Okay, because you were on stage with her after holding up. Does Bo? Do you know she took a glowing sign to the stage?
A sparkly sign with Christmas lights, and it said "Pull me on stage." She did.
Power.
She did.
It's amazing.
It had battery packs on it. She did, and she smelled really good.
See? All right. And then she cut a lock of her hair off.
Speaking of music, are you a fan of the legendary rock band Queen?
Yes.
This has your first look at the new trailer for Bohemian Rhapsody coming in hot.
That's right. If I could get a little help here. We will rock you. All right, thank you very much. Bohemian Rhapsody takes you behind the scenes of the iconic band. Watch.
I write songs. Our lead singer just quit. Then you'll need someone new. No one will play us on the radio. We need to get experimental.
Concerning your private life.
What more do you need to know? I make music. I want to give the audience a song that they can perform. What's the lyric?
Not wait for that. Bohemian Rhapsody comes to theaters November 2nd.
Oh my God, I can't wait. So, Bo, you're a musician. What do you think about this movie? What do you think about Queen?
It looks really good, and I love Queen. You know, I think we've been talking a lot about Sacha Baron Cohen. I think he was supposed to play Freddie Mercury
and
in
passed it up, or conflict.
Something
maybe?
happened, yeah. But they did forecast the arrival of Scaramouche, Anthony Scaramucci, in that song.
I was like, really? I didn't know it was for real. Oh no.
Keep it right in here, folks. Erica Cobb, what's coming up next on DBL?
Talk about multitasking. What you're saying about the mommy model who worked the runway while breastfeeding. Plus, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande are madly in love, but that didn't stop him from giving her a necklace he's given to another girl before. Say what? And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. Next, we share your comments live on air about a story getting a lot of buzz online. Parents are throwing their daughters period parties to celebrate them becoming a woman. Is this too much?
Hi guys, so what we're learning right now. Oh wow, interesting.
Okay.
You want to let everyone know what you just heard? That's so interesting.
Just you repeat it, because
All
I
right.
didn't hear all of it.
Okay, Sacha Baron Cohen was in fact supposed to play, but members of Queen actually wanted their story to be more heard. You didn't see a lot of, it's the guy who plays in Mr. Robot, who's fantastic.
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek. I was
Yep.
going to say Raimi, but Rami Malek. Thank you, Sam. And he looks just like him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think he looks incredibly.
He's such a fantastic actor,
Yes.
too.
I think it'll be great.
What nationality is Rami? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't
Because
actually
Freddie
know.
Mercury was also, was he Iranian? What was
that's
he?
an interesting question.
I'm trying to remember what national, yeah, Middle Eastern of some
If
sort.
you know what's interesting? Everyone asks if you could see anyone dead or alive in a concert. I feel
Queen's,
like
yeah.
Queen. It just would be.
Well, that's an iconic
To see
voice.
Freddie Mercury, yes.
That's just an iconic
Oh my
voice.
gosh.
Nobody can touch that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Who would you go see if you could see anyone?
Dead or alive?
Rick
No.
James. Yeah, dead or alive.
Dead or
I would see Freddie Mercury.
Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Yes. Oh my God. Parents got to see Elvis. It was
Yeah.
it was towards the end, and my mom said, you know, you could tell his performance wasn't up to par. He was definitely
A little
using
bloated.
at the time. He was bloated, but
That's what I heard.
wow,
too.
to see
Maybe
Elvis
like a, this
live.
might sound weird, but like a young Ike and Tina.
That does sound weird.
Why?
Because now what we know what I do.
Do you think every other musician's like
That's
got
true.
clean hands?
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
really mad I didn't get to see Glenn Fry before he died with the Eagles.
The Eagles,
I
that
really
would've
wish
been
I
good.
could have seen him. But Vince Gill's performing with
Or
him
Whitney
now. and that's
Houston?
great.
That would've been
Oh,
exciting.
yeah.
Rami Malek, son of Egyptian parents.
Okay, so there you have it.
There you go.
Son of
Thank you,
Egyptian,
Jason.
so,
So guys, let's write in DBL Nation. If you could see anyone dead or alive, who would be your number one pick?
It's not to be more.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We all know going through puberty is awkward, but there's a growing movement by parents to make it a little less awkward. Introducing period parties. You heard that right. The new trend of so-called period parties has parents celebrating the moment their daughters, quote, become a woman. DBL Nation, is this taking things too far? Take it away, Sam Shocker.
Thank you so much, Erica. Well, let me tell you, TBL Nation is lit up about this. Let's get straight to your comments. Tara writes, I would have been absolutely mortified if I was throwing a period party. I can't believe this is a thing. It's such a fragile, self-conscious time and so personal.
Yeah. It's personal. No, Sam, you're right. It's very, very personal. And I think the fact that we feel like we have to celebrate everything is one thing, but to put it out to give it to everybody is another. I think you're really putting something very personal, like it's a coming of age as a young woman where I'm assuming you need to reflect and be like, wow, I can have a child now. I mean, it's a big deal. And to then have your aunt come over with her dip would be super weird.
Here's my guac.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's incredibly awkward. Well, Ramsey disagrees. She says, yes, celebrate, don't discriminate. Well, Ramsey, I kind of half agree here. I went out with my mom. We bonded. We had a moment. We celebrated in our own way. We just didn't need party favors. It's kind of an awkward time. Just, you know, you're not feeling very confident. There's a lot of things changing. A party is the last thing on my mind. I just want some mom time, to be super honest.
Jackie writes, that's just some nasty stuff, not something a mom would encourage. Quit trying to be a girlfriend and just be a mom. You know, the thing I thought about, Sam, on this is, what if you're a single dad and you want to have a party for the girls and that maybe reduces some of the awkwardness about it? Is that fair?
Wow, that is fair. I mean, it is terribly awkward.
It's
so if anything can reduce the awkwardness.
This conversation is terribly awkward.
If anything can reduce the awkwardness, yeah, if a single dad invited, you know, my best friends when I was 13, 14 years old, maybe that would help. That's a good way to look at it.
How would you want Mark to handle Sophie's period?
I would hope the conversations begin well before. So maybe when, you know, let's say she's having her period at around 11, 12, 13 years old, which is the average, if he could begin those conversations with her in 5th grade when sex ed is talked about. And then,
like a daddy-daughter dinner.
Yeah, like a daddy. What did you do? You're a dad.
I didn't.
Did you high five? What'd you do?
That was on her mom. I wish I would say, yeah.
Pass the buck.
I panicked and retreated.
He ran away. All right, we're live. Raquel Villanueva has news at this moment.
I do just announce Cher has a new record coming out, and it's all thanks to the new Mamma Mia movie. That's right, Cher is releasing an entire album of ABBA covers. She said she had so much fun singing Fernando in the film, and she believes she can put her spin on more songs from the Swedish rock legends. There's no release date yet for it, but she's keeping busy. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again comes out Friday.
Mamma Mia.
Here I go again, my.
How can I resist you?
And yet they still let Pierce Brosnan.
I don't know the lyric.
They still let Pierce Brosnan sing.
Oh, he's terrible.
Is he
He's
terrible?
Atrocious.
He's horrible. He's terrible.
Musical murder.
I agree.
Really?
I agree with Bo.
Coming up on TBL, a breastfeeding model trailblazes a new path on the catwalk. It's the viral moment America cannot stop talking about. And up next, Al sounds off on the craziest viral videos he can find. Don't go away.
Guys, it's Lex. I'm here with the digital team giving you the top trending stories during the breaks here at Daily Blast Live. And right now, trending on bustle.com, I brought you a story about the 90s last show, and the 90s are back again during this show. They're called jelly nails, and they're see-through acrylic nails.
I saw this. I was wondering what you thought.
Yeah. I mean, so I think it was last week that we saw them on Kylie Jenner on her Instagram. I know you guys don't like it when we talk about the Kardashians, but they are still trailblazers of fashion and style right now. So Kylie actually had these nails. I wonder if the article shows it. Yep, here they are. I really like them, and
so you'd go for them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would totally go for them. The only thing is, I think you have to find like a special salon to do them because they have to be clear acrylic nails, and then you paint the color over.
I mean, right now, just so you got. Oh,
Nope.
what happened to your
Not
nail?
right now.
We will
Maybe
discuss
later this
in
week.
the last break.
Later this week.
What is happening?
We were on vacation,
I can't
and I have
believe
not.
this. Shame,
Really
shame. No, I'm kidding.
back.
I think amazing. Guys, I want to give a
Maddie's
big
got
round of
more
applause.
stories.
Maddie!
Hi.
Guys, Maddie is a DC producer for Daily Blast Live. She flew in and she is helping us out
here
today.
today.
I love this. So tell me what you got.
So, who would you guess is the highest paid solo musician?
Oh, that's
if
a
you
great
had to
question.
guess. I mean, think
Jay-Z?
of all. No. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran this year, over $110 million. Forbes magazine and DailyMail.com just put this out. So Ed Sheeran,
fellow ginger,
yes, fellow ginger, is the highest paid solo artist. But groups like U2 and Coldplay beat him out, being like groups.
Yeah.
But the highest paid celebrity, Forbes says, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, he just
he's still the top.
Yeah, he makes money walking down the street. It's crazy how much
crazy.
he makes.
And also, Katy Perry beat Taylor Swift. So
Ooh.
the feud continues.
I'm making like goose sounds.
So I mean,
interesting.
Are you Team Kate?
I am Team Taylor.
I'm Team Taylor too.
Just because I tend to prefer the music. But what's interesting to me is Ed Sheeran, and tell me if you guys agree, always looks like someone waiting in line to an Ed Sheeran concert. Like he never,
like he's a super fan.
Right, like he never looks like
scrubby.
He's the biggest maker of money in terms of music. He looks very kind of sheepish, which I love about him.
He seems very mellow.
He seems very mellow.
Yeah.
His situation on Game of Thrones, it was a no for me. No for me.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for everyone's favorite segment, Al Sounds Off, with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
Yeah, Jeff, looking pretty sharp there.
Suit and tie today, buddy.
Yes, sir. Rocking that Indochino like me.
Indochino.
Best thing about
inscription in there.
What did you say?
Crush Life, Big Jeff.
Oh, okay.
What did yours say?
Mine says Salty Al. Come on.
Perfect.
It really does.
Let's get right into it. All right. It's summertime and things are heating up, but nothing is as hot as these trendy matching bikinis, swimsuits, and briefs. Al, check this out.
Ooh, Jeff, I haven't seen a package like that since Amazon.
Wow.
All right, there we go. There we go. I like this guy because usually a mullet's a party in the front, but this one's a party in the back as well. My kind of dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Talk about junk in the trunk. Well done, sweetheart. All right, it looks like Eastbound and Down is selling underwear now.
I like that show.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Bring it back. All right, our next viral video comes from Emerald Downs Racetrack just outside of Seattle, and it needs no further introduction. Check this out, Al.
All right, and the guys with no dates are off. This is a perfect definition of evolution. Anybody running in this race is not going to have kids of their own. Don't care.
That was a good one.
Finally, let's go to the last one.
All right, our final viral video is heating up more than just the internet, Al. A man's flip-flop melted to the street on a 100-degree day. Check this out.
That's right. That's what you get for wearing flip-flops and you're not in jail. I think we're all against global warming, but what about global burning?
Flip-flops, Al?
I'm not a fan of the flip-flop, then.
That really does say salty, Al.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jeff. You know, but you know, it's this is my kind of thing. It's funny, it's dangerous, what makes it really funny.
There you go.
All right.
That's comedian Al Jackson, and that's Al Sounds Off.
Was it?
Coming up on Daily Blast Live, SNL actor Pete Davidson gave fiancée Ariana Grande a very special necklace, but turns out he gifted it to another girl too. And Happy World Emoji Day will show you some of our favorite emojis. Coming up next.
Yeah.
I have
Right, so just really quickly, we talked about this in the other, we're going to be talking about this coming up, but when you walk with your lady, and you're a man, and you're in a relationship, do you walk on the street side or on the curb side? And a lot of ladies obviously said the man should walk on the street side. Well, we did a little digging, we found out what the background of that is. And it actually turns out to be, yeah.
It's for like a horse and carriage going off the railing and hitting.
Yeah, protection.
First of all, that is extremely close. That's exactly, it was horse and buggy, but also the mud that would come up from the horse and buggy would hit the man and not the woman's dress. But yeah, also for accidents and excrement in the streets, a man would stand there to protect. Also, it's a sword-wielding side. So in case there was a sword problem, that's not what they call it. It's called duels.
Fight. A sword-wielding problem? Yes. I'm calling the duel that. What happened to the other Hamilton? There was a sword-wielding problem.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What a
you would have to hope they're right-handed, though, so they could.
They said it's mostly for the right-handed people. They would reach across. So that was it. So we'd like to know if you guys, we're trying to find this amongst all the shows. If you're a man and you're in a relationship, do you walk on the side of the street, or do you never notice? Like, would you have ever noticed? And you would too as
Family
well?
from the South.
I have to think about it sometimes. Like if I'm on the right side of Maddie, I'll switch.
Yeah,
just to make sure, because it takes me a minute sometimes to remember.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget like we're holding hands, but then I'll just switch and I'll be like, okay, I need to be on this side.
Yeah,
Do you think if you didn't, she would care?
She's Southern, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. I think she's never said it to me, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask her.
Maybe she just prefers it. That's interesting.
Maddie, do you ever recognize if I'm on the wrong side?
Yeah,
Would you
Maddie,
tell
are you
me?
watching just
She's
right?
probably watching.
Yeah.
Just tell
That's
me.
true.
You know?
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
That's interesting.
But we hold hands.
Because I think that's an
I
honest
like
thing. Some people are like, I don't really care. Some people are like, I kind of care.
I care because I'm clumsy, so I often fall into the streets. So it's a real danger thing. No, but I can just read the thing. Oh.
What is this?
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today is a day we all can celebrate because it's World Emoji Day. Tori Shulman has the story coming in hot.
Few claps. That's exciting. All right. Well, Apple is celebrating with the announcement that 70 new emojis are coming later this year. So clap for the ones you like, guys. They include hair options, the party face, a cupcake, a peacock, and much more. Since the new emojis aren't out yet, we wanted to see which ones we use the most, so check it out.
Do we have a strict no judgments policy?
Sure.
All right.
Why
There
not?
All right. So here's mine.
Okay. I see crying, laughing, like laughing in tears.
Yeah, a lot of group texts.
And then a martini glass.
Yes, because that's it's 6 o'clock somewhere.
All right, so here are mine.
All right. I see the sunglasses guy, which is like, hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see an emoji with a cowboy hat. When are you using that?
I have the clapping, the kissy with the heart, and crying.
Okay, kissy with the heart, number one, always. Then it's laughing straight face, and then laughing sideways.
Laughing, crying face, balloon, and champagne. I don't like to write a lot, so if someone writes me, I just do the happy crying or congratulations, happy birthday. That pretty much sums me up.
I feel like they're old.
All right, the new emojis are expected to roll out this fall. DBL Nation, we really want to know, what is your absolute favorite emoji?
Well, we asked them during the break. They've already responded.
What'd they say?
Oh, boy.
Okay, we got Mary on YouTube. She said, wouldn't say my favorite emoji is a thumbs up, but I've been told I use it all the time. Nicholas Little, I use the unicorn and the crown.
Oh.
Carrie Hill, my faves are the yummy emoji and the cocktail emoji. And are we just going to not mention some of the other emojis on your
I'm into produce.
All right, you can still watch us live on
What? I go to the farmer's market.
What's coming up next on DBL?
A mommy model struts her stuff on the runway while breastfeeding, but she's drawing mixed reviews. What do you think? Forget the mall. This teen wants to go to Mars. We shine the DBL spotlight on a girl who set her sights on space. You snooze, you win? The company that will actually pay you to sleep on the job. When Daily Blast Live returns. Everybody, we're reading your favorite emojis. Sherry Power says, I have to ask my husband which side he walks on when we're together because honestly, I have never paid attention. Yeah, it's a good thing to feel. I mean, you know, it's a little old. Someone is saying, I'll add Prince to the list too, as someone that you'd rather see.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see Prince, either one of you?
I never did.
Yeah, I wish I
It
had.
looks like I was a Super Bowl when they put the thing up there, the hologram.
Oh, the hologram
Yeah.
thing. Man, remember when I was there, but when he did Purple Rain at the Super Bowl halftime, and it started to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's an iconic.
Sorry.
But and
That
by
was really
the way,
exciting.
I think Bruno Mars did a killer job
I thought
of his
he
tribute.
killed it.
His guitar playing. Of course, he's just ridiculously talented. But my gosh, what a tribute!
You know what's funny?
What
On
a guy.
SNL, if you guys ever watched, there was a scene in which they did with Bruno Mars, and they had Pandora broke down, so they had to have a guy sing every different station.
Yeah.
And Bruno Mars was the janitor, or whatever it was, and they're like, hey, you need to sing it. He can sing anybody. He's like Ariana Grande
Yeah.
with that impression. He could play he could do anybody.
Have you seen him
him at like 5 years old impersonating Elvis.
No.
It's spot on.
Oh, wow.
He's just been doing this for forever. He's just that good, yeah.
I like it.
I have a question, but I'm scared to say it.
I think that means that you should say it.
Is it about emoji?
No, it's about Bruno Mars. Is he Filipino?
You know, that's not why should be afraid of it.
He's mixed. Because there is a thing where they say that Filipinos are better at mimicking anything than that's why the lead singer
a journey.
Yes. Just they have the gift where they can mimic sounds very and that's why he can probably do that.
I know.
She's Filipino.
Half.
Is that true?
Half. Totally true. We master in karaoke, honestly, and we're also very good drinkers. Not just it is a stereotype, but it is also very true. I will admit to it.
Look how much we learned.
All right.
Thank you, Lex.
Thank you. Hey, I'm not.
3, 2.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We are a live show and we have a lot to get to, so let's dive right in. Let's get right to Kelly Schuberth because Kelly has news at the moment. Kelly?
Yeah, I do. We've got some incredible video into the studio today showing Las Vegas police in a shootout with murder suspects. Take a look. The body cam footage shows an intense chase through residential streets. You can see the officer shoots through his windshield at the suspect's vehicle. Now watch as the officer continues this pursuit. He eventually catches up with the suspect's vehicle and fires more shots out his window. Police say that's when he hit one of the suspects. You can see the SUV begins to come to a stop. The officer pulls over to reload his gun. The suspects then try to take off again before eventually crashing into an elementary school wall. Now, Las Vegas police say their policy allows officers to pursue and fire at fleeing suspects if the public is in danger. Guys?
Well, clearly he believed that the public was in danger here because it's like the Wild Wild West right there. That shootout. That's so scary.
And to shoot into an elementary school? What if they were?
Well, they crashed into the elementary school. I don't think he shot into the elementary school.
Okay, good.
I think it was 2 gang members, and I think they said something like 30 to 35 shots were fired by the suspects. Pretty incredible that no one got hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Just goes to show that police officers put their lives in danger in incredible, alarming situations daily. Wow. A Sports Illustrated model has us talking because she did this on the runway. Model Mara Martin owned the catwalk as she breastfed her 5-month-old daughter. People are praising the new mom for normalizing breastfeeding, but Mara thinks there are more important headlines out there than something she does every day. I would say probably multiple times a day. Good for her. As a nursing mama, excuse me?
I think that was a stunt.
Maybe it was, and if it is a stunt, it still is serving the same agenda of normalizing breastfeeding, but she claims it was not a stunt. She claims she was backstage breastfeeding her daughter. She was told to go, and she said, you know what, F it, I'm going to go do this.
Well, shouldn't she have pumped ahead of time and been prepared for the fact that she had a catwalk later that day and that off chance her baby might want to eat?
Maybe the people that pump are lucky with the situation that their baby can take a bottle.
She's a runway model. She's not lucky?
Maybe the baby doesn't take a bottle is what I'm saying.
She's also not a runway model, guys. She was one of 16 finalists chosen, and people get to vote on it. So when she walks that runway, people are voting. So in some respects, maybe she was trying to get attention.
So she's not a runway model. She's a person walking the runway.
This was her first runway she walked. I mean, this is a big deal for her because she won a thing. I think it's.
Oh, what do you think?
I would actually want to ask you, what do you think about I see it as the practicality of breastfeeding versus the sexuality of breastfeeding. Are they mixing the two?
That's an interesting question because I always thought it was really interesting, especially when it comes to Sports Illustrated. I have nothing against Sports Illustrated, but we are so comfortable with sexualizing the breast that when somebody is breastfeeding, it's somehow stigmatized. I don't think that she's sexualizing it there. I just don't. Maybe I'm biased because I'm nursing, and anytime I see someone nursing, I see it as a beautiful thing. But
I didn't take it as sexualizing at all. I just maybe one of my favorite moments ever on the show was when you were up in the hub and you were breastfeeding. It was not a stunt. Sophie needed to eat, and you took care of it, and you did the tease and got us a commercial. And I thought that was something I always take with me. This just felt a little bit stuntish.
Staged.
The baby had headphones.
Okay.
It's just like and you're here for 3.5 hours a day. Everybody needs it on camera. How long does it take to get from there and back? I don't know. I don't breastfeed.
I think a lot of people thought it was a visualization of moms at work, and I think that was a nice thing to do.
Which I'm down for. Which I'm down for.
I agree. All right, Pete Davidson is clapping back at social media trolls. He posted this pic of his fiancée, Ariana Grande, wearing his father's necklace. And you might remember Pete's dad was a firefighter killed on 9/11. But comments online pointed out that he gave that same necklace to his ex, Cassie David. So Pete had to jump in. He wrote, yes, she had one, but it was a replica. The one that Ari has is the one my dad actually died in, and he wore his entire career. I gave it to her because she has my heart. My dad would be so happy and love her so much. Al, I got to go to you. You've been very open on this show with our viewers about losing your father and the toll that it took on you. Would you take something of his that he gave to you to someone you were engaged to?
Personally, no. That item would be reserved for my kids. For my daughter first, and then for my sons. And if I did have replicas, it would be for all three of them. I don't know. I do understand the sentiment behind it. It's saying the thing I care most about, I'm giving to you. When there's a beauty in that. But personally, I think that there are some relationships that stay in the family that really are connected by blood. There's not many, but I think this is one of them.
It's also scary because they've been only they're engaged 3 months or so in. It's very, very quick to give something like that away. He died in that necklace. I would say keep it in the family for now.
All right, Bo, what do you think?
Well, my mom has actually told me that she would be willing to give the stone from her diamond from her wedding ring to give to my girlfriend if I want to. So that would be a very interesting transition.
And so
but that's a very special thing. You know what I mean? So you just wouldn't just throw that out. I mean, Pete and Ariana, obviously, they're very close. He got a tattoo of AG behind his ear pretty quickly. I just hope he's acting rationally.
Thoughtfully. That's a good point. Well, what do you do when you're confronted with hardcore PDA, huh? Well, for restaurant patrons in Rhode Island, that was the question when Miss Universe Olivia Culpo and her NFL player boyfriend Danny Amendola were getting hot and heavy over dinner. It was reportedly so intense that people complained. So before we jump in, what's your take, DBL Nation? Vote now at dailybuslive.com. Do you ever get handsy in public? Are anybody guilty of this? Look at it. You're turning red.
I can see that.
I'm just now remembering the first day Maddie and I met, my girlfriend, we were making out so hardcore in the bar that they said we needed to leave.
You didn't even get a warning? A make-out warning?
She's not like that. Like, I mean, if we're like,
she's very reserved.
I try to put my arm around, and she'll swat my hand away, like Melania does with Donald. So this was big for her. I think it was St. Patrick's Day. There were several martinis involved that were green. It happens.
Is this par for the course for you, or is it just because it was Maddie?
When you know, you know.
Aww. Maddie.
I don't know. I would have complained at that restaurant, but I would have been like, waiter, he's making out with Miss Universe. That's not fair.
I know. I just don't like when, and you said the open tongue, or like when tongues are involved. That's too far. You've got too far.
I agree.
Sometimes you see it on the beach too. People are like,
too much. It's too much.
Just chill out.
Keep it at home.
Yeah.
We're sounding like some old biddies. I'm glad Bo's here to loosen us up.
And it looks like 60%. No, get a room. Thank you. All right, I don't feel so bad anymore.
Right.
Well, do you want to smell like a pop star? Well, maybe Britney Spears has a new perfume for you. She just released this sexy trailer for her gender-neutral fragrance called Prerogative. But what would you wear a unisex perfume? I would. I like that idea.
Yeah. Unisex has been in since CK1.
CK1, yeah.
Best thing ever.
Does it still exist?
CK1, yeah. And remember Kate Moss and all those people in black and white looking real skinny? I liked the gender neutral idea, and I think Britney Spears is really making her empire. I think it's great.
Any fragrances turn you on or turn you off?
Turn on Modern Muse by Estee Lauder. That's something Maddie wears that's pretty darn good.
Wow, you had that ready to go.
Because I bought it for her after finding out what it was she wore. Because I'll just ask women. I'll just say, what
do you wear? I got the Cartier. I love it.
I like Cartier.
Cartier's nice. John Varvatos.
I love John Varvatos.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I secretly still like? Aqua de Gio. I know.
Victoria, that's the smell of every college frat dude.
Now I'm going to ask Sam, tell all our male viewers out there, what would you give to your best guy friend and be like, ladies go crazy for this?
I'll tell you what not to give them.
Okay.
Abercrombie. Okay, I can't with that. I can't. Thank you, Jeray. They're clapping. It's too much. But I really like Izzy Miyake.
Izzy Miyake, yeah. Very good.
Love Izzy Miyake.
I'm missing them out.
Stay away from Cool Water, too. Not a good one.
Yeah.
Not a good one.
Do you guys have a time machine that you're going to find these old fragrances in?
Abercrombie's still alive and well, or Hollister.
Dracar Noir.
Dracar Noir. Oh, my Lord.
Hey, we've all been in a nightclub bathroom.
Okay, we have a dream job alert. Would you be a good snooze turn? Brett Forrest explains what that is in this story coming in hot.
Yep, that's right. Mattress Firm wants to pay you to sleep. Yes, please. They are looking for an in-house bed tester who knows how to nap. Just sign me up now. As a paid snooze turn, you will test optimal head and foot positions on a variety of mattresses. You'll also create content for their social media pages. This includes hosting Facebook Live events and taking pictures around the Mattress Firm bed quarters in Houston. All you have to do is go to mattressfirm.com to apply, but applications are due July 23rd.
That's great PR.
Yeah, it's a really smart idea.
Yeah, if you have zero dignity. I'm not calling my mom and be like I'm an in-house bed tester. Like your dad was a lawyer. Grow up.
Now it's time for our top feel-good stories of the day. Erica, you have all those videos that are making our DBL Nation smile.
That's right, Sam. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are honoring the memory of Nelson Mandela today. They visited a special exhibition commemorating the 100th anniversary of his birth and met with a close friend of his who was also imprisoned on Robben Island, as well as his granddaughter. And a New Jersey police department is going viral for this so-called pug mug. They posted a pic of this pooch who ran away from home, hoping to reunite him with his owner. Within a few hours, the pug's owner came forward, paid his bail in cookies, and sprung him from the slammer. Even in jail, he was still a good boy. Coming up on Daily Blast Live, a graduation walk like you haven't seen before. Why a mom stepped in for her daughter, coming up in Heartthreads. But first, we shine the DBL spotlight on a teen who wants to go on a mission to Mars. How she's preparing right now for the trip of a lifetime. Coming up next.
So we found out about Bruno Mars. He's actually half Puerto Rican Ashkenazi Jew, which is crazy. I didn't know Bruno Mars is half Jewish. And the other half is Filipino, which is amazing. L'chaim and Mahaganda Mahalkita, which is Tagalog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the language.
That was one of the languages in LA public school.
No wonder he's so good. He's getting like the best of all cultures.
It's an incredibly mixed.
And he's from Hawaii.
And he's from Hawaii.
Who is?
Bruno Mars. What a
He's
guy.
like one of the most unique looking people I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah,
he looks like he's from everywhere.
Yeah.
I wonder, like,
he's like the Barcelona of people.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
It's very clear he takes some cues from James Brown and Michael Jackson. I think he incorporates that in his show.
He puts those two together for sure.
Yeah.
So interesting. Someone wrote in, Phil Cohen, and I want to know why you wrote this in. Don't worry, Tori still wears white diamonds.
Elizabeth Taylor.
I'm not 1981 personified.
There's nothing wrong with some white. That's
Remember that ad though?
Classic.
Remember this one in black and white? She goes, "I always wear my keep my diamonds."
It was a black and white, but it was
the
in color.
earring or something
The earring was in color.
I always
were the Paris Hilton fragrances any good?
They were very profitable. Kim Kardashian's fragrance is so now. I know you guys don't like talking about it, but sold out immediately. That's also because it's literally a bust of her. I didn't mean to go like that. That was awkward. But was there a celebrity that you would buy their cologne because you like them as a celebrity? Like George Clooney, cool dude. Would you maybe be interested because he's a cool dude?
Barbados counts as a celebrity, which I think.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
And Tom Ford, who has very expensive fragrance.
Like Jay-Z.
Yeah, I like kind of musky. I guess people love Snoop Dogg's got some kind of new man box. But it's got like scents.
He's part of him.
It's got like basically Rogaine, it seems like. It's got some.
That's like
some pills for below the belt.
You mean he's doing like a beauty box kind of thing?
That's exactly what it is.
Because he's smart.
It's called Hymns.
Hymns?
I want to smell like the Dos Equis guy.
Wow. Should I be on TV?
So interesting. Snoop Dogg. So Bo said he wanted to smell like the Dos Equis guy.
The most interesting man in the world. Doesn't he just look distinguished?
He looks like he smells. You know what he looks like? He smells like tequila, tobacco, salt, lime.
Stu has him.
Oh, interesting. So here's the deal with this. What do you?
10 seconds.
Wait for the camera to come back. Jeez Louise, like I'm kidding. So let us know which celebrity you'd go for. Which
fragrance do you like?
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. What were you doing at the age of 17? Probably not training to become an astronaut. Today we are shining the DBL spotlight on a teenager whose dreams are truly out of this world. 17-year-old Alyssa Carson is shooting for the stars. Scratch that. This high school student is actually shooting for Mars. Alyssa is currently training to become one of the first humans to set foot on Mars at an age when most of her peers are getting a driver's license. Alyssa says the red planet has fascinated her since she was 3 years old, and it shows. In 2016, she was the youngest student to be certified to go into space as an astronaut trainee. On top of that, Alyssa has her pilot's license, scuba license, and is certified to launch certain types of rockets. So whether Alyssa is 32 or still in her teens when she takes off to discover Mars, one thing's for certain, this girl is more than ready for the trip of a lifetime. Oh my gosh, Alyssa, you are incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to talk to us. Tell us where you are and what you're doing right now.
So right now I am at the Infinity Visitor Center, which is the official visitor center to Stennis Space Center, is where they do all of the engine testing for all the rockets that have gone to space.
And at 17, Alyssa, you've accomplished more than most will do in a lifetime. What's your motivation to work so hard, and why Mars?
So, I mean, really everything that I've been working towards is just to kind of help me and give me an advantage for when I do apply into the astronaut selection process. And I've really just kept going and been super motivated just because it's what I enjoy, and I can't really see myself doing anything else. And really why we're working towards the mission to Mars is, one, it's really the next step of space exploration. It's the next place that we need to explore, and it's kind of where it all started for me. Mars is kind of my first kind of spotlight of space, and it kind of first piqued my interest, and kind of been wanting to go ever since.
Alyssa, what's been your favorite experience while training to become an astronaut?
I mean, really kind of my favorite so far has been the microgravity training, spacey training, underwater survival training, decompression training, and just kind of giving me a way to learn more about space and do more studies. So that's definitely been the most exciting so far.
I'm so impressed by you. Do you ever just want to say, forget it, turn on some reality TV and eat junk food like most people your age, and like what I did at your age?
I mean, definitely I lived the same life as like a normal teenager. Love just sitting and binge watching Netflix as much as I can, but I still always have that goal of like wanting to go to space and go to Mars and work towards that.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. You're such a rock star. We're rooting for you the entire way. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
She already looks like an astronaut.
I can't even tell you how impressed I am by this young girl. I definitely think that I was speaking to someone special. I think there's going to be universities named after her one day, statues. This is just the beginning.
Wow. I think this is our technology just showing kids what they can do at an earlier and earlier age. I think when you were in high school, going to college, you were just kind of figuring out, taking a couple physics classes, just learning. And now, like, I'm sure when she was 10, she went on the internet and she was like, I can do this. And she's 17 and she's doing it already.
She's licensed to launch rockets, folks. We are live. Brett Forrest with news at this moment.
If you guys noticed, I showed up to work this week, which means I didn't win Mega Millions, but the good news is nobody else did either. Because of that, tonight's drawing has a $375 million jackpot. It's the 10th biggest in the Lotto's history. Now, the drawing isn't until 11 p.m. Eastern, so you still have time to buy tickets. If you take the lump sum payment tonight, that'll net you $226 million bucks. That's still okay with me. Now, DBL Nation, I'm curious, what's the first thing you would buy if you won? Let us know.
Ooh, first thing you'd buy if you won.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't want to say a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin, but well, yeah, it's probably better than
you can live in your Lamborghini.
DBL Nation, let us know. All right, missed out on Amazon Prime Day? Well, don't worry. Target has your back. Erica Cobb has that story coming in hot.
That's right, Sam. You can save big at Target.com on furniture, kitchen gadgets, electronics, and more for the home. Looking to blend some healthy recipes this summer? Get this Black & Decker Power Crush blender for more than 30% off today. It's normally $30, but you can buy one for just $20. Doing some summer cleaning? Then you'll want to check out this Dyson V6 cord-free vacuum. It's regularly $300, but you can get it today for $250. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your patio for those summer barbecues, save 30% today on this 5-piece wicker patio dining set. It's usually $1,000, but you can get it for $700 today, otherwise known as the amount that I generally pay when I go to Target. Head over to Target.com to check out the entire one-day sale.
I gotta go to Target with Erica.
I know.
Just throw some things in her cart. She won't know.
She's
How are you going to go to Target? It's not on Amazon Prime. You don't want to leave your house. I'll be at Target because I leave my house.
Okay, that's why you just got a.
You're doing a sale today.
Yep, that's why you just got a big old Amazon shipment. Okay. Coming up on DBL, a mother's love for her daughter on display at graduation. Why mom stepped in for her at the ceremony. It's beautiful. This is coming up next in Heart Threads.
Daily.
Hey guys, Angelica here with the digital team. Tori, do you use Spotify?
You know, no, I use Apple Music. I know that's weird.
Okay. It's a popular music streaming device.
What is this, Spotify?
It's been around since 2008, and they just introduced something really cool. Let me scroll up here. It's called your Summer Rewinds playlist. So Spotify compiled all your favorite songs you've listened to over the past few summers into your own playlist.
I gotta be honest, summer's when you have those summer jams.
Exactly.
I'm speaking like Jeff, and I apologize, but it's when you have those moments you're like my Dave, this is gonna sound lame, but like you have certain summers, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, I listen to exclusively almost in the summer.
And it reminds you of the summer.
It does, yes.
So
when I
hit
had
up
that
Spotify.
bikini and that body, anywho.
So hit up Spotify, click on your Summer Rewind playlist, and listen to it.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna check mine out.
What's your favorite summer song? Do you have one?
I don't have one.
I like California Girls by Katy Perry.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because it's very much like
Brett loves Katy Perry.
Oh, I thought you were Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
How dare you,
I'm not
sir?
sure what Angelica's saying. I don't dislike Katy Perry.
Which chick do you like? Get how I transitioned.
Oh man, that's professional.
Act like you care.
That's really good, Tori. Okay, so this was just announced today. Chick-fil-A is opening their first location in Hawaii.
Aloha!
Hey, round of applause for that. So they're only in 47 states right now, so Hawaii would be their 48th, and it's going to be on the island of Oahu, which makes sense because that's where Honolulu is. Other than that, they did not reveal the exact location. It's got to be somewhere downtown, I imagine, though, with all the tourists coming there.
What do you think is another state that doesn't have it? Like, does Alaska have a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, so I didn't look, but I'm going to have to guess Alaska.
Wyoming only has one.
Well, Wyoming
I'm
has like
surprised
2
Wyoming
people in
has
it. No,
one.
it's a very
Yeah,
small
it's
state.
very not populated.
Not populated.
Yeah, it's got to be
I would think
North
Alaska
Dakota or
and-
Montana or
Interesting.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
So good news for everyone in Hawaii. I'm
Nice.
very happy for you. If we have anyone watching from Hawaii.
Let's do a little, what is luau for the Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Lex is just saying nope, just
Yeah.
saying no. All right, guys, let
But-
us know your summer jam and if you love Chick-fil-A.
Oh, summer jam.
What's your favorite summer jam?
It always changes. Right now, I'm really into Will 2K from Will Smith, the Willennium. We're still living in it. We're only 18 years into the Willennium, so this song's gonna have some legs.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
We don't work with him.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today's Heart Threads is all about hope. Jordan was set to graduate, but after a shooting, she was left fighting for her life. But her friends and family aren't letting her give up. Take a look.
While this young woman fought for her life after being shot, her mother walked at graduation for her. Katrina Hall accepted a diploma on behalf of her daughter, Jordan. Jordan was shot in the back of the head in a random attack. Jordan and Katrina's family showed their support at the ceremony.
Today was the day that we were supposed to celebrate her. She cannot be here, but she's with us in spirit.
Katrina has also received tremendous support from her community.
They have been wonderful, people praying around the clock, nonstop.
Jordan is making incremental steps towards her recovery. She's awake and becoming more responsive every day.
Is your daughter one tough girl?
She is. She's fighting. We're here and we're not going away, and we want justice.
That mother, a lot of people can learn from her.
Showing up.
Right.
99% of life is showing up.
And she didn't let her anger consume her, which we can all hope we would say that, but I don't know. That's really tough.
But still isn't complacent, still going for justice.
Look at that. Well done, Mom. Well done, Mom.
Yes. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at this moment.
Girl Scouts are ready to go to space. Today they rolled out 30 new trailblazing badges, and they are all focused on science and technology. Girls ages 5 to 18 can now earn badges for cybersecurity, computer science, space exploration, and mechanical engineering. The Girl Scouts hope the new programs will help reduce the gender gap in all those fields. Now, having been a Girl Scout as a kid, I would have loved to earn those badges, and I did sell Girl Scout cookies, Al, and I do not know what happened to the money.
Oh! Cybersecurity, that's on. There's a badge for that.
We need it for
Would you get out of here, please?
We need it.
Way to go, Girl Scouts.
I agree.
We'll be right back.
How do you get that badge, Sam?
You secure your cyber.
Okay. Change your password.
Tune into the break. We're going to keep discussing. Here at Daily Blast Live, we love your viral videos like this one. A dog that slipped out of his collar right before his walk. And the boy didn't even notice.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
More than 360,000 views and counting. We'll be right back.
Where'd the dog go?
He went back inside.
Back in the house.
Yeah.
Overwatch is coming to major networks, RoboCop returns, Brawly returns to Dragon Ball, and big updates to Fortnite. That's all next in the Jump Off. I'm Abby and welcome to the Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest news in gaming, tech, and pop culture, so let's get started right now. Big news in the esports world. Overwatch League signed a deal with ESPN, Disney, and ABC. It includes the Overwatch League playoffs, Season 1, Grand Finals, and the League Season 2 all next year. So do you think anyone is going to watch Overwatch on TV with the rise of all these Battle Royale games? Let us know what you think. A new RoboCop movie's in the works, and it's called RoboCop Returns. Neil Blomkamp is set to direct. You'll remember him from District 9 and Chappie. MGM also brought back the original writers of RoboCop's first movie. So our only question is this going to pick up where the original movie left off or from the 2014 reboot? Do you have any classic scenes you want to see in this RoboCop reboot? Let us know. I'd buy that for $1. We're just learning Dragon Ball Super's new movie features the classic villain Brawly. We don't have that many details, but this may be Brawly's introduction to the series canon. And the Dragon Ball Super movie hits theaters January 2019. Fortnite just got a major update to Season 5. There are time rifts that transport players into the sky, golf carts, and a new desert area called Paradise Palms. Is this new update bringing you back to Fortnite, or did you ever leave? Well, that's it for the Jump Off. I'm Abby, and as always, I'll be here every week with your latest gaming, tech, and entertainment news.
Welcome back to DBL. Tori, you have some of DBL Nation's comments.
Yeah, people are writing in what they would purchase, their first purchase after winning the lottery.
I love this.
Yeah, Kimberly says, if I won, I'd pay off my student loans, pay off my mom's house, and then I'd buy my own.
Aww.
Amazing. Bob Tavera says he would start his own cable system.
Cool.
Very interesting. Tara Merritt said, I would buy stock in Meghan Markle's perfume.
Whoa.
Brilliant. Phil Cohen says, my parents' mortgage. Phil, that's amazing. And one RN up meant I'd give my mom whatever she wants.
What about donating to Al Jackson?
Okay, well, I'd give an island to Al Jackson.
Come on, guys.
An island. Who are you, David Copperfield? We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Woo!
We are are going to be doing bobbing for apples. You have 1 minute. We're going to do it at the same time. Oh no, my face is way too pretty.
We're going to do a dramatic reading now from Night Watch.
Night shift.
Right.
Bleeding in the left lower quadrant.
Tell CAT scan we're coming as soon as he's tuned.
I'm losing his pulse.
Okay, so we're just doing. So you hear it, everyone? Don't open it. Don't, for God's sake, save the children.
New sunscreen. It's Sea Star Sparkle. It's Sprue 50, so you're actually getting some protection from the sun.
SPF, by the way.
Okay, I say Sprue.
So today we're playing Big Mouth. Jeff and Tori each have a minute to guess trending headlines they can give to the other player.
You're freaking me out. Bill, you lost on your own question.
Yeah, I can't even remember my own dialogue.
Bill came in second.
Tori's gonna win. Similar.
Oh, it's big, guys.
You have it wrapped in your hand.
That is a pretty.
It looks just like that.
It does. It does look good.
This is how it's done right here.
Hey everybody, it's Samantha Harris. Welcome to Dancing with the Hosts. That's right.
Puppies!
Why don't you go to the moon?
We watch me on Blind Date on YouTube. Excuse me, I'm gonna go find that.
We found the clip that you so embarrassing.
I make my jazz hands so every time you watch
Start the date with Jordan Braun's jazz hands.
Everybody thought I don't know comics. Really ticks me off.
Favorite thing ever is emoji. Headline, today's headline with emojis. Jeff and I try to figure it out. Okay, Nestle paid for the rights to sell Starbucks. Sell Starbucks!
No, I want nothing to do with this, so I'm leaving.
We want to make sure you guys are informed because what is information? Power! And knowledge!
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, July 17th. We are a live show with a lot to get to, so let's get started. Did your producer Kelly Schubert has news at the moment, Kelly?
Yeah, President Trump just wrapped up a meeting at the White House where he says he misspoke during yesterday's press conference with Russian President Vladimir Putin. President Trump now says he meant the opposite when he said that he doesn't see why Russia would have interfered in the 2016 election. Listen.
In a key sentence in my remarks, I said the word would instead of wouldn't. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't, or why it wouldn't be Russia. So, just to repeat it, I said the word would instead of wouldn't. And the sentence should have been, and I thought it would be maybe a little bit unclear on the transcript or unclear on the actual video. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Russia. Sort of a double negative.
President Trump says he accepts U.S. intelligence agencies' conclusions on Russia meddling, but continues to maintain that there was no collusion. Guys?
Thank you so much, Kelly. But I'm going to go right to you, man. What do you think about this?
You know, a Trump supporter, but pretty rough misspeak. You know, backpedaling on this is really not the way to go. I would like to have seen him be stronger on Russia. I think in terms of sanctions, he's been pretty tough on sanctions. But on the same token, this is a pretty rough blunder for me. I think you've got to be tough on Russia because we know that they are, you know, Putin is a sneaky snake, and we've got to be tough on them. I think it's pretty clear that they meddled. I didn't change the outcome of the election, but we've got to send a message. You cannot continue to meddle in our elections. It's happened before. Let's not let it happen again.
I agree.
Well, do you think that he's kind of like stuck at this point? Because if he says that it's almost like if he didn't say what he said yesterday, which we were very clear on that yesterday, regardless of what he just said, it seems as though by admitting it would be admitting that there is reason to question how he became president.
Yep.
So by supporting Putin or not pissing him off, it's kind of sustaining that same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he had to double down, though. It's like you said earlier, I think in the day you said that, you know, what else was he going to say? Because I think personally, he thinks of collusion and meddling as kind of the same. So any admission on anything would be like, well, this will delegitimize my presidency.
Right.
He needs to separate the two. If he didn't collude, and it sounds like he did not, based on what we know now, but we know there's meddling, he can still say, well, they meddled, but it didn't change the outcome of the election.
So it's like, I didn't cheat. Someone else cheated on my behalf, unbeknownst to me.
I think so. But I also think he didn't want to be too belligerent with Putin either. I think he's trying to reset some relations, thaw some tensions out. So I think he was trying not to go head-to-head with him like this just yet.
You think he's scared of Putin?
I think he respects Putin a lot and maybe fears him in a respectful way.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Do you really believe he misspoke? Do you believe he misspoke and now he's fixing it, or is he backpedaling?
I think he's backpedaling.
Okay.
I think he should have said the right thing.
Actually, I mean, we're gonna move on from this, but I actually don't mind the backpedal. Take out what he said on the whole thing. He's never backpedaled on anything ever before.
Well, he's never had this much backlash before.
Yeah. I know, but it's a new day, I think. It's a new day. All right.
It sure is.
It sure is. New details on the woman who survived plunging 250 feet off a cliff. Angela Hernandez posted her story on Facebook saying she was driving down the California coast when she swerved to avoid an animal. Her Jeep plunged off a cliff, falling 250 feet into the ocean. Angela says she woke up and felt water rising over her knees. She broke a window to escape, swimming the shore, and spent 6 more days on that beach. Finally, a couple hiking on the beach found her. Here's what they said about that moment.
I heard a faint cry for help, and we both turned, and we saw Angela standing in the rocks.
She could talk, listen, respond, walk.
She said that she woke up that morning and knew it was going to be a good day, and I think I started crying.
On her Facebook page, Angela says she suffered multiple injuries, but still she survived. Now, do you guys think you could survive something like this? I think she kind of lost time here. I don't want to discredit what she went through or anything like that, because obviously she has injuries going on here. But the couple was just hiking there, and then when I saw them kind of relive the moment, the guy's like, she was aware, she could talk, she could walk. Why didn't she just walk up the hiking path?
Well, she's probably, first of all, hungry, dehydrated, and filled with adrenaline. And sometimes you can only focus on tunnel vision of where you are right then.
6 days of adrenaline?
It could happen when you're trying to survive on moss from a radiator hose on your car. I think what she did is adapted very quickly. She moved to the beach, realized what she needed. That's how you survive. You don't whine about, I've been lost. You don't worry. You don't get scared. You get focused really fast on exactly where you are, and you adapt, and that's how she survived.
She was there a week. She didn't focus that quickly.
Well, she focused enough to save herself.
All right. Would you guys survive?
I would hope so.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big fact.
I couldn't survive 4 winters in Chicago, so no way. I don't think so.
Chicago connection.
Bo, come on.
Come on,
Do you
Bo.
think you could?
I watch a lot of survival shows.
You do? You like Bear Grylls?
Yeah, I love Bear Grylls. I love first thing in survival, like a lot of the shows, they put you at a wreck. So that's what they grab like hose to drink out of ponds with or whatever. So when they said radiator hose off a moss, I was like, it's a very survival show to me. I'm not saying anything. We're just moving on.
Oh,
all right.
Interesting.
Just moments ago, Reese Witherspoon premiered the first episode of her new series, Shine On with Reese. She's not busy enough. And in it, she gets to raid Dolly Parton's closet. It's a dream come true for many. Take a look.
What was that? Oh my gosh, Dolly! That's okay. That happens all the time. Don't tear out my clothes. Give me that.
I always imagine Dolly Parton's closet opens and sequins come flying out.
Well, that did.
It seems like she was genuinely shocked to see some of her costumes.
Oh, yeah. It's Dolly Parton.
Whose closet would you like to raid if you could, Erica?
I would go with Zoe Kravitz.
Ooh, that's a good one.
She has this, like, I like to be comfortable, but she has this, like, comfortable, well, not there. She doesn't look very comfortable. But, just, like, this very chic, like, boho, like, goddessy thing going on.
She sure does. How about you, Bo?
Tom Ford. Always classic, always sharp.
You would look sharp.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one. And it's expensive, so it's a good one to raid.
Very good one to raid.
How about you?
I would raid Cher just to see some of the iconic Bob Mackie. I think it would be incredible to see.
Would you wear any of her outfits?
Maybe if we could turn back time. And I also I would love to wear that, like, you know, just in the house with her. If I could, you know.
Go for it.
The sailor outfit.
Go for it.
If I could turn back time.
I love it. I would go in David Beckham. I would raid David Beckham.
That was my second choice.
You know what I mean? Look at him there.
Sharp.
Yep.
God, three-piece suit. That's why I wore a tie today.
Dang. Really?
No,
Okay.
but I'm just making an excuse why I wore a tie. It came with the suit, so I figured why not. All right. Are you a fan of the legendary rock band Queen?
Yes.
Brett Forrest has your first look at the new trailer for Bohemian Rhapsody coming in hot.
That's right. We will rock you. All right, Bohemian Rhapsody takes you behind the scenes of the iconic band. Watch.
I write songs. Our lead singer just quit. Then you'll need someone new. No one will play us on the radio. We need to get experimental. What more do you need to know? I make music. I want to give the audience a song that they can perform. What's the lyric?
All right, that is going to be awesome. Bohemian Rhapsody comes to theaters November 2nd.
That looks so good.
It does, and I love the stories behind why like some of the things were done, why it was some of the songs were so long, why that beat.
Why they wanted the audience participation.
Right.
I never thought about that.
Me neither. That's super cool.
I love that.
You a Queen fan?
Oh yeah, but this looks like a great movie and a great performance. I'm watching that lead actor and I'm going, can he sing this? Is there a ghost singer? I'm always thinking about that. Sounds like this guy can really do it.
Rami Malek.
Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play that part.
He was.
Yeah.
But he was too busy making This Is America. What is America?
He's busy tricking
Did he
Sarah
make the right
Palin.
decision? Is the question. All right, Amazon Prime Day did not go off quite as planned. The Amazon website had a few glitches, and many users reported getting this type of error page that features the dogs of Amazon. Is that true, Tori? You went on there.
Yeah, I did. It was sad to see. I mean, it was cute for a second, but then I was like, where's my Echo?
The deal-hungry shoppers were quick to react on Twitter. One person tweeted, "Dear Amazon, while we love seeing cute dogs on your page, we'd much rather take advantage of Prime Day. After all, you did just raise membership fees 20%. I'm with you. I'm about to follow you." And another said, quote, "I should probably take the Amazon Prime crash as a sign that I don't need to buy anything this year," while she refreshes her browser for the 30th time. Ooh, I don't know. Do you think this was just too many people trying to get a deal?
Well, of course.
And it crashed the site?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, didn't they see this coming?
Didn't they think about it? Yeah.
And they know how many subscribers they have. Like, I mean, that's just, and the idea that the deals weren't extended when so many people were locked out. I mean, that's just a bad look.
Yeah,
and I use
agree.
Amazon everything.
Nordstrom's had a sale, their anniversary sale, and because it didn't work out for a lot of people, they gave $10, 10 points on the dollar for everyone. That's a nice gesture. It might not be a lot, but it does say, we're sorry as a consumer, we're giving you something.
Those 10 points add up.
I'm guessing this is going to be the end of Amazon.
Yeah, okay. See ya.
Sam Shocker, what's coming up on Daily Blast Live?
Coming up on DBL, talk about multitasking. What you're saying about the mommy model who worked the runway while breastfeeding. Plus, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande are madly in love, but that didn't stop him from giving her a necklace he's given to another girl before. Say what? And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. Next, we share your comments live on air about a story getting a lot of buzz online. Parents are throwing their daughters period parties to celebrate them becoming a woman. Is this too much? Your comments coming up next.
Actually let us know something, which is fascinating, and I'm going to read what she wrote. Fun fact about Queen: the song Bohemian Rhapsody is through composed. Is that what you call it? Through composed. I didn't know what this means, which means it never repeats itself ever. So there's no like thing, then the chorus, then the bridge, and the chorus, right? So it never repeats itself. I had no idea about that.
Now I'm just thinking about that. You're absolutely right. There's no repeat of anything.
That's a lot. That's probably my favorite. I mean, that's a journey to take on that song.
Oh, it goes through 18 different movements.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's like operatic, all that. What's your favorite Queen song? Do you know any Queen? Do you know any Queen?
I do. If I hear it, I know it, but I can't think of a song.
We Are the Champions?
We are the champions.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Can you name more than 3 Queen songs?
We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Name 4.
Now go to 4. I should have said name 4.
Bicycle. Huh?
Bicycle.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Yep.
I know them. I just can't think of it right now.
Fat Bottom Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Make the rock and roll go round.
Yeah, I know all. I mean, I know all of them. I can't just think offhand. I'm not.
But the
drunk
voice
in a
on
bar.
I mean, we all went to college. So
yeah,
of
it's
course
not,
we
I'm
know
not 22 in a
Queen
bar for dollar beer night.
Or are
we were at Hamilton singing Queen. Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hamilton's in Chicago.
But the worst, though, is at karaoke bars when everyone wants to sing Bohemian Rhapsody and they just should not
10 minutes
do it. It's too difficult. It's too long. Don't do it. Just skip it. Choose a different song, please.
What's your go-to karaoke?
Walking in Memphis by Mark Cohn.
Ooh, we talked about that.
And I never knew what 10 feet off the Beale. What is that?
Walking
Beale
with my
Street,
feet,
right?
Walking with my feet 10 feet off the Beale. Talking about being like on the sidewalk.
I thought he was floating over a street. I'm not kidding you.
I learned that
10
when
feet
I didn't know
off the
that
field.
either, but I went to Memphis with my buddy, and we were on Beale Street, and I was like the song.
I bet a lot of people do that. When
No, for sure.
It was a one-hit wonder. There was nothing past
Yeah, that was it.
That's like, but that's what traveling does. It like puts things in perspective that are so iconic in other places that you wouldn't think you would go or see, and then you're like, wow.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
that simple, you know?
Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, everyone stands on a corner.
Mark Cohen, do you got the Bobby made a Kishka?
Bobby Medikishka, yeah, that's him.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We all know going through puberty is awkward, but there's a growing movement by parents to make it less awkward. Introducing period parties. You heard right. The new trend of so-called period parties has parents celebrating the moment their daughters, quote, become a woman. So DBL Nation, is this taking things too far? Jeff, they're fired up. Take it away.
To be first, yes, but let's get straight to your comments. Doris writes, it's not beautiful, it's painful, ugly, and inconvenient.
Well, Jeff, tell us how you really feel. You know, my friends actually had, like, their moms took them out with their sisters to, like, a lunch or dinner. I thought that was going to happen for me. It didn't. Instead, my dad took me to my room and started telling me not to be dirty and be responsible. Oh my gosh. And it was like, and you better not leave your stuff just hanging around in the bathrooms and there. And it was like pretty traumatizing day for me. So yeah, throw the girl a party.
Wow. That's incredible. Well, Deb says, quote, I'm glad I have boys. That's really a great point. Yeah, when I think periods are just very personal. I think periods are very, very awkward. I don't think party is the first thing that comes to mind. A lunch or a mani-pedi with my mom is exactly what I did, and it was a really nice moment to bond. Do I want party favors and like to come out? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Is there like an Evite for this?
Yeah, I paid for this post for this.
Laura writes, I could never do that or even think that. That would be like adult grown women having menopause parties. No, thank you. Well, Laura, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking of the social awkwardness of periods. So I'm thinking like if girls could do that collectively, it might like reduce some of the anxiety. Or, you know, like Jeff, like when we were younger, could we have had like voice change parties? Maybe that would have been okay.
Peter Brady did.
Yeah.
He made a song about it.
Oh.
When it's time to change. Remember that song? I just totally dated myself.
Real quick, we got a comment from Terry Gilpatrick McGuire says, that's not new. My grandmother put tampons on my 13th birthday cake in 1972. That's not embarrassing.
Oh, my Lanta.
I kind of like that. I don't know why. All right, we are live. I'm just kidding. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
I'm here to change the subject. So just announced, Cher has a new record coming out, and it's all thanks to the new Mamma Mia movie. That's right, Cher is releasing an entire album of ABBA covers. She says she had so much fun singing Fernando in the film, and she believes she can put her spin on more songs from the Swedish rock legends. Now, there's no release date yet, but she's keeping busy. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again comes out this Friday.
Can you do Cher but sing Fernando?
Gotta hear the drums, Fernando. That was good. It sounded like a goat. That was so good. Sorry, I apologize.
That was great.
Was it okay?
Yeah, why not? I put you on the spot and you nailed it.
Hey, compliment, I'll take it. From you? That's great.
All right, pineapples aren't just for eating this summer. Sam Shocker has a story, and it's coming in hot.
Who here loves pineapples? Yeah! Well, Better Homes and Gardens put together some fun ways to decorate your house with pineapples. Liven up your shelves with trendy pineapple figurines. Simply place one or a pair on a display shelf for an instant tropical vibe. And if you want to add some bold pops, add some pineapple patterned wallpaper to your bathroom. The quirky wall treatment adds a boost of color without overwhelming your eyes. And don't forget the kitchen. You can make these yourself by drawing pineapple patterns into your wood cutting using a wood burning tool. Wow. Fun fact, did you know that the pineapple is the symbol of hospitality? Did you guys know that?
No, but now I do.
Some of our southern commenters wrote that right before Sam had said that. Pineapple is the symbol.
I like pineapples. I don't know if it's maybe just a trend now, but I like pineapples like on my shirt, on my shorts.
Like a little icon.
I think it's good luck. Maddie has a picture of a pineapple at our place she wants to put front and center.
Whoa. Pineapples all around.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up on Daily Blast Live, a breastfeeding model trailblazes a new path on the catwalk. It's the viral moment America can't stop talking about. And up next, Al Jackson sounds off on the craziest viral videos he could find. Don't go away.
Alex. I'm here with the digital team, giving you the top trending stories during the breaks here at Daily Blast Live. And right now, trending on foodandwine.com is a brand new Game of Thrones beer. We're gonna have more Game of Thrones drinks than we have episodes soon. This is the 12th official. That was a joke. That's not really real. Don't quote me on that. This will be the 12th official Game of Thrones beer that you can get. It's by Omegang, and it's called Mother of Dragons, right? Who's excited? It's coming back in 2020, and we just reported that there's going to be a prequel coming soon after that. They are going to start filming in October, I believe is what it was. And it's supposed to taste like a smoky porter. It's supposed to be very strong and bold tasting to resemble the beloved Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains.
Is this Khaleesi
Queen
wine?
Queen of the Andales.
Keep going.
I feel like I
Keep
could get
going.
all
Keep
of them,
going.
but I really don't want to waste time.
let's.
Anyway, let us know if you're excited about all these new beers. I love it. I mean, it's a good way to keep in the spirit when Game of Thrones hasn't come back yet.
And they do huddle around wine and fires like in that place, you know? I just don't like when they did The Handmaid's Tale. They came out with like Offred
such
wine.
a bad
Dude,
taste.
that is a dystopian future of like terrible anti-feminist principles.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be like, cheers? Like that's weird.
Yeah.
So they canceled that, so it's a good idea.
Well, I think the problem with it, I read Handmaid's Tale, but the religious part of it, right?
It's
like
very
with the wine drinking.
It's not good, guys.
Anyway.
So I'm glad they took that one out.
Maddie's got more for you.
Very excited. All right, we're moving in, guys.
Hi.
Round of applause for Maddie, our DC producer.
Oh, thank you.
She's my second favorite ginger, other than Kelly Grega, which is very exciting.
So nice. So speaking of DC,
yes,
so many museums in DC, right?
Yes.
And a lot of them are free.
Smithsonian, all free.
Well, New York is getting in on it. You can now take your library card from the New York Library, the Brooklyn Library, or the Queens Library, register it, and you'll get into 31 different cultural
This is
museums.
huge. This is
amazing.
huge. New York
so
is, it's for a
accessible.
family of 4 to go to the Guggenheim is like $1 million. It's incredible.
Crazy. So the New York Times has the article. You're going to be able to get into the Guggenheim, the MoMA,
This is huge.
the Met. Now you'll only be able to go to the museum once a year, and you have to register the card online. But I mean, after that, it's so great
It
for
could be
people to
100+.
have this accessibility. So let us know what museums you love.
Go museums!
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for everyone's favorite segment, Al Sounds Off, with everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
Yeah, Jeff, looking pretty sharp there.
Suit and tie today, buddy.
Yes, sir. Rocking that Indochino like me.
Indochino.
Best thing about
inscription in there.
What did you say?
Crush life, Big Jeff.
Oh, okay.
What did yours say?
Mine says Salty Al. Come on.
Perfect.
It really does.
Let's get right into it. All right. It's summertime and things are heating up, but nothing is as hot as these trendy matching bikinis, swimsuits, and briefs. Al, check this out.
Ooh, Jeff, I haven't seen a package like that since Amazon.
Wow.
All right, there we go. There we go. I like this guy because usually a mullet's a party in the front, but this one's a party in the back as well. My kind of dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Talk about junk in the trunk. Well done, sweetheart. All right, it looks like Eastbound and Down to selling underwear now.
I like
I'm with
that
it.
show.
All right, let's go to the next
Bring
one.
it back. All right, our next viral video comes from Emerald Downs Racetrack just outside of Seattle, and it needs no further introduction. Check this out, Al.
All right, and the guys with no dates are off. This is the perfect definition of evolution. Anybody running in this race is not going to have kids of their own. Don't care.
That was a good one.
Finally, let's go to the last one.
All right, our final viral video is heating up more than just the internet, Al. A man's flip-flop melted to the street on a 100-degree day. Check this out.
That's right. That's what you get for wearing flip-flops and you're not in jail. I think we're all against global warming, but what about global burning?
Flip-flops, Al?
I'm not a fan of the flip-flop, man.
That really does say salty
Oh,
Al.
I'm sorry about that, Jeff. You know, but you know, it's this is my kind of thing. It's funny, it's dangerous, which makes it really funny.
There you go.
All right.
That's comedian Al Jackson, and that's Al Sounds Off.
Was it?
Coming up on Daily Blast Live, SNL character actor Pete Davidson gave fiancée Ariana Grande a very special necklace, but turns out he gifted it to another girl too. And Happy World Emoji Day will show you some of our favorite emojis. Coming up next.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
Indochino.
Indochino.
Hi, guys.
Indochino.
Alrighty then. So,
I didn't wear my shirt, though.
Summer jams. You love talking summer jams.
I love summer jams.
We were talking. Spotify has a new. We did this in digital. I just wanted to bring it up for the panel. A new thing called your Summer Rewind, and it takes your favorite summer songs from the last couple of summers and puts them in a playlist together. And I always said summer and music go together. Like, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers is coming on if it's summer. Right? Like Dave Matthews is coming on if it's summer. I'm so embarrassed to say that, but what's your?
I love Dave Matthews.
I know in the summer it's
Red Hot
so
Chili
nice.
Peppers song?
Very summer band for me.
Right.
What is a summer, particularly summer band or artist for you that you're like, this goes in the summer? Like Katy Perry, California Girls, like she's a summer jam.
Bob Marley?
That's a good one.
For sure, Bob Marley.
All Bob
For
Marley.
sure.
Hot weather?
That's good. The Go-Go's.
I like. Well, there's a lot that I listen to.
You should know. New Kids on
Yeah,
Block.
LFO. They're my favorite band. So LFO I always put on, and then Will Smith's "Summertime." That's like I remember playing like in Chicago. You know when it gets like above 45 and you think you could sit outside.
Everyone tans. Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Can I get a table outside?" And it's like 40 degrees outside.
Still
and you're
snowing.
like, got your windows down. You're cranking summertime,
there.
and like one drop of snow melted, and you're so pumped up for summer. For real, that's how you get in Chicago because it's so cold for so long. And then that first summertime, like the sun's out and like things are melting, you know what's
The best.
on.
University of Michigan, if it was like 50 degrees, people in shorts.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like skin that hadn't seen sun, and you're like, my eyes.
I hate that. Even
blinding
here,
whiteness.
like when I wear shorts, because you're not even used to wearing shorts.
No.
But then when you put them on with like sandals, you're like,
what happened?
I never wore these in my life.
It's
You know
very
what I mean?
weird.
So you gotta like keep up.
You
with
got to
that stuff.
transition into that day. It's a hard day. What's your summer jam, Boo?
Oh gosh, it's so played out, but Ants Marching. Dave Matthews
Yeah,
Band, that's
right.
a good one.
Done. Okay, I can't sing on. I'm not. We're not allowed
Everyone's
to sing on
got it.
YouTube. Yeah, everyone likes that one. Is there? Do you have one?
I said that.
Oh, Elephant. Yeah.
That was a good poll, Erica.
But I don't know.
I also like Steal My Sunshine.
See, I go like way back to like probably 2002 with like Paula Dionda and stuff because that's what I think of. Like I think of that era because I was in radio, so I think of that era of music.
Chesney in the
and all
country,
those
and he's like
songs
Mr.
were
Summertime.
Like that.
Macy
O-Town, like
O-Town.
I think it's Kiss FM.
Let us know what your summer jams are.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today is a day we can all celebrate. Why? It's World Emoji Day, and Al Jackson has a story coming in hot.
Jeff, it is. That's right. Apple is celebrating with the announcement that 70 new emojis are coming out later this year. How about some excitement for that, people? That's right. Those include more hair options, the party face, a cupcake, and even a peacock. You do the math. And much more. Since there are new emojis that aren't out yet, we wanted to see which ones we use the most. So do me a favor, check it out.
Do we have a strict no judgments policy?
Sure.
All right.
Why
There.
not?
All right. So here's mine.
Okay, I see crying, laughing, like laughing in tears.
Yeah, a lot of group texts.
And then a martini glass.
Yes, 'cause that's it's 6 o'clock somewhere.
All right, so here are mine.
All right. I see the sunglasses guy, which is like, hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see an emoji with a cowboy hat. When are you using that?
I have the clapping, the kissy with the heart, and crying.
Okay, kissy with the heart, #1, always. Then it's laughing straight face, and then laughing sideways.
Laughing, crying face, balloon, and champagne. I don't like to write a lot, so if someone writes me, I just do the happy crying or congratulations, happy birthday. That pretty much sums me up.
That's right, guys. Now you realize that Jeff only gives one balloon for your birthday, so that's kind of sad. Now, the new emojis are expected to roll out this fall. DBL Nation, tell us, what is your favorite emoji? Back to you guys.
Al, I give many balloons. That can't be my top 3.
He also gives a bottle of champagne, so I'm good with the one balloon.
That was for you I put on there. Congratulations for your anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I use that.
Nice.
All right, guys, if you're leaving us right now, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Here's what's coming up on Daily Blast Live.
A mommy model struts her stuff on the runway while breastfeeding, but she's drawing mixed reviews. What do you think? Forget the mall. This teen wants to go to Mars. We shine the DBL spotlight on a girl who set her sights on space. You snooze, you win? The company that will actually pay you to sleep on the job. When Daily Blast Live returns. So we are on.
First we promote.
Oh, I got you. Favorite emojis from the audience. Would love to know. I do the same, Tara. Love all my pineapple glasses. Is there a pineapple emoji?
Yes.
Okay, Lex knows all the emojis. What's an emoji that isn't there that you wish it was?
You know what I was thinking? We didn't have enough time. Do you think? I don't know who makes these emojis. Where's like
the emoji poll?
I'm guessing it's
Apple.
Asia.
No, it's
somewhere.
Apple.
The Apple does?
Yeah, which is
because there's a lot of Asian emojis that I wouldn't use, like towards the end. I don't know.
Like
I'm just guessing. My point is, why isn't there more like social? Lex is like, what's coming? Why isn't there more like social pressure, like pushback, like? You don't have my emoji, and this is how I feel. Why don't you have that emoji on there?
You mean like
people complain about everything else?
Oh, people complain. You know what people got really upset about? Gingers. People were like, "Where are the
Well, there you
redhead
go.
emojis?" And now there is, so they are listening.
What about emoji? I have a little bigger nose. Why not a bigger nose emoji?
A bigger nose emoji. That would not offend anybody.
You're right. That would be slash that
Don't
for the
do the
record.
big nose.
No big nose emoji.
I was like, I think we would piss people off that one. I do wish there was.
How about like a young gray hair?
Oh, that's fair.
Guy, or semi-young.
I do like
middle-aged gray hair guy. Because
so
now
do you
it's
just
like,
want a Jeff emoji? Because it sounds like you do.
I want a Jeff emoji. That's what I'm getting at.
He's like, and then this, and he's wearing a tie and a suit.
With a little Parker check?
I do like when they have new people in wheelchairs. I think that's really exciting. I think it's exciting
Is that
to see
on
yourself.
there?
Yeah, they added people with disabilities, and I think that's really good
that's
to
what
see
I'm
yourself
talking about.
represented. So 70 new emojis, and they're trying to get it more diverse, which I think is great. And like hedgehogs, I'm sure, which is awesome.
Hedgehogs?
Yeah.
10 seconds. Let's clear it, guys. Here we go.
3, 2. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We are a live show with a lot to get to, so let's dive right in. Tori? Kelly Schubert who has news at the moment. Kelly.
Yeah, guys, we've got some incredible video into the studio today showing Las Vegas police in a shootout with murder suspects. Take a look. The body cam footage shows an intense chase through residential streets. You can see the officer shoots through his windshield at the suspect's vehicle. Now watch it as the officer continues the pursuit. He eventually catches up with the other vehicle and fires more shots out his window. Police say that's when he hit one of the suspects. Now you can see the SUV begins to come to a stop and the officer pulls over to reload his gun. The suspects then try to take off once again before finally crashing into an elementary school wall. Now Las Vegas police say their policy allows officers to pursue and fire at fleeing suspects if the public is in danger. Jeff?
Thank you so much, Kelly. Wow, that was, first of all, I've never seen footage like that. And I'm glad they were specific about that it is legal to do that there.
Right.
And I know a lot of people, the first thing I thought was this, why is he shooting around elementary? But it is summertime.
It's summertime, right. And he must have been, I mean, they said they were potential gang members. And this guy, they needed to take him down.
Murderers.
Murderers.
Yeah.
I mean, this.
Felons.
Yeah,
Yes.
alleged. Yeah, so this guy, what the focus on this guy is incredible. Incredible. Driving, changing the clip, that's incredible.
Yeah, he's ready for that moment.
Yeah, he was trained well.
And the reload and everything, it's just incredible to watch this and just reminds you of the difficulty and challenges police officers face daily, especially with, two guys running from the scene.
Wow.
Wow. Whew. All right, let's switch gears a little bit here. That was intense. All right, a Sports Illustrated model has us talking because she did this on the runway. Model Mara Martin owned the catwalk as she breastfed her 5-month-old daughter. People are praising the new model for normalizing breastfeeding, but Mara thinks there are more important headlines out there than something she does every day. So that last record is that last comment was exactly what she wants people to do. She wants people to take notice about breastfeeding and making it normal. I'm just going to kick it off here, and I'm all for breastfeeding. I don't mind it where you're at, but when I walk into somewhere or someone's doing their job, I don't need to see you breastfeeding. You know what I mean? If I go into a restaurant and they're like, can I take your order? You could take the baby off your breast and then take my order.
What if the baby's hungry?
Then take a break. The catwalk's 10 feet long. You could do a loop and then go back.
I do agree with you on this, that she's like, I can't believe people notice. Well, yeah, you breastfed in the middle with headphones on your baby. You think we wouldn't have noticed?
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
She's making a statement.
It's a staged moment, and I think what she's showing us here, what I took it as, is a visualization of moms at work. They've got to walk the walk, they got to talk the talk, and they also have to raise the baby. And I think, good for her.
I would have preferred if she just owned it, because it seems a little silly not to own it. Because I think that the amount of backlash and the amount of support would have remained the same.
Yeah. But don't be naive that she didn't know it would make attention.
That now it just sounds silly.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, it is kind of ironic to be on a catwalk where everyone's very, very scarcely clad, and people make a big deal about the idea that you would have or be breastfeeding, like that's offensive on a runway with models in bikinis. It's like, it's not that far of a leap to make.
It's true.
It's awkward for me to watch just because of the seeming sexualization of it. I know she's trying to probably normalize breastfeeding, but at the same time, like, I don't know what to look at because I'm watching her as a runway model or as a bikini model, and then now she's breastfeeding. So the whole breast part of it, I think it distracts me. I'm not really sure what to look at.
That's the duality of women,
It's the
as
entirety
mothers.
of women.
And I think that a lot of people have issues with that. It's very, to me, it's Madonna whore. It's the idea that once a woman has a baby, then she's no longer a sexual creature. So yeah, there is a duality when it comes to femininity
and breasts
and motherhood. Yes, absolutely.
I just yelled breasts. That's great.
Awesome. All right, Pete Davidson is clapping back at social media trolls. He posted this pic of his fiancée Ariana Grande wearing his father's necklace. You might remember Pete's dad was a firefighter who was killed on 9/11. But comments online pointed out that he gave the very same, well, not the very same, the same necklace to his ex, Cassie David. So Pete had to jump in, obviously. He wrote, yes, she had one, but it was a replica. The one that Ari has is the one my dad actually died in, and he wore his entire career. I gave it to her because she has my heart. My dad would be so happy and love her so much.
Is that kind of a diss on Cassie? Like, I gave her the replica, but gave Ari the real thing?
To me, it is. To me, it's, I don't know if this is true or not. It sounds like a broken heart. It sounds like something you do when you're a teenager and you're like, I gave this to my girlfriend I love, but she might have did something to me. No, I'm giving this to my new girlfriend I love. A little bit. That's how it comes off to me.
Yeah, I think that it makes it a little less special that you would think to give. I mean, it's almost like if a man tells you, oh, you're the first woman that I'm taking home to my family, to meet my family, and then it turns out that there were like 5 before. It's like, then that moment doesn't seem as special just by saying it. So I think that the idea, I think he leads with his heart, clearly. But the idea would be to wait and give it to one person for one reason.
Right, and he's known to have sort of a bipolar manic type. He's been very open about that. They got engaged very, very quickly. They got a $16 million apartment very, very quickly. You just don't want him to give this away too quickly if it should remain in the family in the long run.
All right, well, what do you do when you're confronted with hardcore PDA? Well, for restaurant patrons in Rhode Island, that was the question. When Miss Universe Olivia Culpo and NFL player boyfriend Danny Amendola were getting hot and heavy over dinner, it was reportedly so intense that people complained. So what's your take, DBL Nation? Vote now at dailyblastlive.com. Do you ever get a little handsy in public?
What about you?
I don't get handsy in public.
You don't know?
Just on TV.
Just this
Just
way.
on TV. Well, like this.
You don't.
That sounded weird.
Yeah.
But no, I don't get handsy in public. You know, like, quite frankly, when I'm in my car and people are like hugging and holding hands on the street, I'm like, get real. You know what I mean? Come on.
Jeez.
I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me.
See, Anthony and I hold hands, and he generally initiates it because I'm always like, my palms get so sweaty that I don't think about it.
Right?
So, and I enjoy it. I mean, we don't like just hardcore make out unless we're in a different country, and then all bets are off.
How about you guys?
No one knows you.
Yeah, you're right.
I like a hug. I just don't like tongue. I know that sounds crazy, but when you get to the tongue and the open mouth, we've gone into another level where I'll see that on a movie. Let me just, hand holding is fine, hugging is fine, hand almost near the butt is fine. I just don't like the tongue.
So when you're walking, what's the average time you're going to hold hands walking down the street?
With Brooks, probably 1 every 4.
No, I mean, like, how long are you in this contract to hold your hand?
Contract? It's not an obligation. It's a lovely thing. They do say blood pressure goes down by a good amount when you hold someone's hand.
Really? Because when I'm holding a hand, my blood pressure goes up, and I'm like, when is this over?
Well, because I'm a little high-strung, you know, my girlfriend has a very calming, soothing effect on me, so when she reaches around and just kind of like strokes my back a little bit, and I do that to her, it's like this just inner calm because I'm a little bit on edge, so it's great for me, but I don't think that's too much.
I gotta be honest with you, I do like a good back scratch.
See?
Oh. Well, isn't that self-serving?
Yeah, he comes around.
I changed my answer.
Oh, man.
What is it? Depends on where you are. 44%.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic.
Like church? Don't do it.
No, of course not. Good button.
Thanks.
We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
That's right, Jeff. Men are harsher on films starring women. This, according to a new study out today. San Diego State University found that women who critique movies gave female-led films a 74% approval rating, while male critics averaged much lower at 62%, and men outnumber female critics 2-to-1 in the field. The woman behind the study says this gap has an effect on which movies are up for awards. In terms of Best Director, only 5 women have ever been nominated for an Oscar.
I felt this doing stand-up. It was like, oh, a guy would go, a guy would go, a guy would go, I would go, and you'd literally hear in the audience, oh, great, a girl. And I hadn't even said anything. So they didn't have a chance. It was just the fact that I was a girl. They just judged me. And that just happens, I think, in the entertainment industry. We just need more of it to normalize.
Do you think it's getting better?
Yeah, I do. I do think it's getting better. Patty Jenkins was a huge breakthrough, I think, for women, because she really showed us.
I thought women would be harsher on women rather than the other way around. What do you think about that? Why do you think women are more likely to want female-driven films than, or be more? I'm trying to think of the right word.
Critical of women leads?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other women?
Yeah.
Because they're haters.
Good thing you didn't say that, Paul.
No.
We have a dream job alert. Would you be a good snooze turn? Brett Forrest explains what that is coming in hot.
Yeah, it's something amazing. Mattress Firm wants to pay you to sleep. That's right. They're looking for an in-house bed tester who knows how to nap. Sounds perfect. As a paid snooze turn, you'll test optimal head and foot positions on a variety of mattresses. You'll also create content for their social media pages. This includes hosting Facebook Live events and taking pictures around the Mattress Firm bed quarters in Houston. Now, all you have to do is go to mattressfirm.com to apply, but applications are due by July 23rd.
That's a good job.
I feel like you would love that job.
I would love it.
I was applying right then.
Now it's time for our top feel-good stories of the day. Sam, you have all the videos that are making DBL Nation smile.
Did you? Jeff, is that what you just did?
That was my bedtime.
Okay. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are honoring the memory of Nelson Mandela today. They visited a special exhibition commemorating the 100th anniversary of his birth and met with a close friend of his who was also imprisoned on Robben Island, as well as his granddaughter. And a New Jersey Police Department is going viral for this so-called pug mug. They posted a pic of this pooch who ran away from home, hoping to reunite him with his owner. Within a few hours, the pug's owners came forward, paid his bail in cookies, and sprung him from the slammer. Even in jail, he was still a good boy. Good boy. Coming up on DBL, a graduation walk like you haven't seen before. Why a mom stepped in for her daughter, coming up in Heart Threads. But first, we shine the DBL spotlight on a teen who wants to go on a mission to Mars. How she's preparing right now for the trip of a lifetime. That's coming up next.
She's always back every single time. Always back. People are saying about the PDA, as long as there are no fluid exchange off limits, says Jason Anderson, that's got to be a given. But again, the tongue thing is where that comes into play a little bit. Daryl Patrick, as long as there are no hands in the pants, PDA is fine. Stop being haters, people. I'm not a hater.
When I was in Boulder this weekend, there was a couple walking across the street, and they were both cupping each other's butt cheeks.
How did you feel at that moment?
I immediately nudged.
That's a good question.
Outside the
honey,
pocket.
go home and put some
Definitely outside the pocket.
Okay.
It was outside the pocket.
Oh.
I thought it was, I don't know. The first thing I did was nudge Maddie. I think we were in Uber, and I said, hey, look at that. Because I just wanted her to notice it. And then just see, what do you think? Like,
How do you feel about it? In Europe, men, a lot of the times will do, like, put your hand over my neck. They walk like that with their woman instead of like our arm around. Yeah, and at first I studied a year in Italy, and I'm like, what are they doing? Grabbing the neck of the woman? But it's what's that?
We have our jackets.
Okay, cool. So but it's just the way that they do PDA, and it's a little more possessive, and there's a sense of this is mine, and the women get a little more jealous. And there was, Italy's on fire. Excuse me. But it's different everywhere. So. Jeff just doesn't like to be touched like, if I'm like, hey, buddy, he's like, don't touch me. I'm like, alrighty, you. Some people don't like it. My sister hates being touched.
I don't mind it. I think it's fine.
You hate being touched too, Lex?
Yeah?
I end up touching you a lot. I'm really, really sorry about that. I didn't know. Actually, what's funny is when I worked at the ice cream store, which you'll hear about, I would go in and hug everyone, and a girl was transitioning to transgender, and she was going from a girl to a boy, and she finally came up to me and said, I don't like to be touched, and I'm also like wrapping my breasts because I'm transitioning, so could you not hug me without permission? And I thought, oh man, you've been really rude, of course. What a great thing to say. I learned a boundary and also what not to do. So.
What about the male to female hug with the kiss on the cheek?
That's like if you're European or you're
big deal, yeah.
Big fine.
I think that's pretty common.
Yeah, I think that's normal. I take that very normal.
Where I grew up, you kiss everyone on the cheek.
Men and women. I mean, that's an Italian thing.
Not so much. Yeah, maybe like family, but that's real Italian. But like just like the women in the neighborhood, you kiss on the cheek. Now it's like. When I go to it's weird. I think about it. You know what I mean?
Do you really?
Yeah, because you don't want to.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. What were you doing at the age of 17? Probably not trying or training to become an astronaut. Today we are shining the DBL spotlight on a teenager whose dreams are truly out of this world.
17-year-old Alyssa Carson is shooting for the stars. Scratch that. This high school student is actually shooting for Mars. Alyssa is currently training to become one of the first humans to set foot on Mars at an age when most of her peers are getting a driver's license. Alyssa says the red planet has fascinated her since she was 3 years old, and it shows. In 2016, she was the youngest student to be certified to go into space as an astronaut trainee. On top of that, Alyssa has her pilot's license, scuba license, and is certified to launch certain types of rockets. So whether Alyssa is 32 or still in her teens, when she takes off to discover Mars, one thing's for certain, this girl is more than ready for the trip of a lifetime.
Oh my gosh, Alyssa, you are incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to talk to us. Tell us where you are and what you're doing right now.
So right now I am at the Infinity Visitor Center, which is the official visitor center to Stennis Space Center, is where they do all of the engine testing for all the rockets that have gone to space.
And at 17, Alyssa, you've accomplished more than most will do in a lifetime. What's your motivation to work so hard, and why Mars?
So, I mean, really everything that I've been working towards is just to kind of help me and give me an advantage for when I do apply into the astronaut selection process. And I've really just kept going and been super motivated just because it's what I enjoy, and I can't really see myself doing anything else. And really why we're working towards the mission to Mars is, one, it's really the next step of space exploration. It's the next place that we need to explore, and it's kind of where it all started for me. Mars is kind of my first kind of spotlight of space, and it kind of first piqued my interest, and kind of been wanting to go ever since.
Alyssa, what's been your favorite experience while training to become an astronaut?
I mean, really kind of my favorite so far has been microgravity training, spacey training, underwater survival training, decompression training, and just kind of giving me a way to learn more about space and do more studies. So that's definitely been the most exciting so far.
I'm so impressed by you. Do you ever just want to say, forget it, turn on some reality TV and eat junk food like most people your age, and like what I did at your age?
I mean, definitely I lived the same life as like a normal teenager, love just sitting and binge watching Netflix as much as I can, but I still always have that goal of like wanting to go to space and go to Mars and work towards that.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. You're such a rock star. We're rooting for you the entire way. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Wow, that girl's going to be the next president.
She's out of this world.
Good one. Really, she is incredible.
No, she was.
But that was a good joke.
Yeah, thank. No, but she was to go from being 3 years old to 17 and not lose that dream of consistency. She has a license to launch rockets.
Yeah, what else is left?
I know. Mars, I guess.
It's on my dream board. We are live, Brett Forrest with news at the moment.
Thank you, Jeff. If you guys noticed, I showed up to work this week, which means I did not win the Mega Millions. But the good news is nobody else did either. Because of that, tonight's drawing has a $375 million jackpot. It's the 10th biggest in the Lotto's history. Now, the drawing isn't until 11 p.m. Eastern, so you still have time to buy your tickets. If you take the lump sum payment tonight, that'll net you $226 million. DBL Nation, I'm curious, what's the first thing you'd buy if you won? Let us know. I would go straight to Vegas and put it all on black.
No.
No, you wouldn't.
Brett Forrest, you would invite Taylor Swift over.
Yeah. I bought that. Brett sold me last time. I went home and got 2 lotto tickets.
And?
I got one number out of all of them. Thanks, Brett.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm still buying one.
Brett
today.
sold you, not the 300 million.
Maybe I was dreaming a little bit. All right, miss out on Amazon Prime Day? Target has your back, and so does Al Jackson. He's got the story coming in hot.
Jeff, would I let you down? You guys can save big at Target.com on furniture, kitchen, gadgets, electronics, and more for the home. Looking for something to blend healthy recipes this summer? We got your back. Get this Black & Decker Power Crush blender for more than 30% off today. That's right, guys. You can, thank you, Shane. You can clap for that. It's normally $30, but you can get one today for just $20. Now, if you're doing some summer cleaning, which we all need to do, then you want to check out this Dyson V6 cord-free vacuum. It regularly retails for $300, but you can get it today for $250. And finally, if you're waiting to upgrade that patio for summer barbecues, which are essential, then save 30% today on this 5-piece wicker patio dining set. It's usually $1,000, but you can get one today for just $700 today only. So do yourself a favor, head on over to Target.com and check out the entire one-day sale. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Al. I'm sold.
I like it.
Coming up on Daily Blast Live, a mother's love for her daughter on display at graduation. Why mom stepped in for her at the ceremony. That's next in Heartthreads.
Hey DVL Nation, it's Lex. I'm here with the digital team giving you top trending stories during the breaks. Hey Tori.
Hey.
I wonder if you've heard of this.
I'm not touching Lex because I learned you're not a toucher. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Tori.
Okay, I apologize.
I'd tell you if it really bothered me.
Thank you. Please do so.
So right now trending, Lin-Manuel Miranda has come out with a new book. He just announced to all of his Twitter followers that his new book will be coming in October. It's called Good Morning, Good Night, Pep Talks for Me and You.
Cool.
Yeah, he actually asked his followers, because they found him so inspirational, whether he'd put his tweets into novel form. And the public replied, 70% said please do it, and here it is.
Imagine
you're
a good rapper, you're a good writer, you're a good lyricist. You can think in short, chunky sentences, 140 characters. He's a smart guy. Yeah, he's
Lin-Manuel
amazing.
Miranda is brilliant. I've seen In the Heights twice.
I was just gonna say, he didn't start at Hamilton.
Yeah, In the Heights was unreal. Everyone go check out the soundtrack if you can. But I think he's amazing. I think
Would
he's
you
really,
buy this book,
really
would you?
amazing.
You would borrow one from
the
a friend.
thing is like Twitter's there for a reason, right? So if I'm following you on Twitter and I'm finding inspiration and motivation through Twitter, that almost feels like a replacement of print for me.
I feel what you're saying. If you all also watch your Curb Your Enthusiasm with Lin-Manuel, it's in the last season. He plays this real jerk. He plays himself, but as a jerk. It's really funny. It's real good.
Anyway, comment if you follow him on Twitter, if you buy his book.
Good morning, good night. Let us know, you guys. All right, we're back with Maddie, our DC producer.
Hi guys. So pumpkin wine. Are you into it? Are we ready? It's July.
It's
time for pumpkins. No, I don't think it's too early. Why not try it?
Because it's not October. Very
If
frustrating.
I brought it in, you'd drink it.
I wouldn't. I would drink it. It's a it's a Chardonnay blend made from real pumpkins. Like 100% real pumpkins. $13. $13 just to try. All right, DBL Nation, you have to let us know. Would you try pumpkin wine? You can wait until October. You can try it now in July.
But why?
You
why
can get it on
offer
Delish.com. They have the article that's trending. You can see it.
If I'm gonna have pumpkin spice wine, as I walk out of the liquor store, there better be leaves crunching underneath my feet. You know what I mean? That's how I'm enjoying it.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today's Heartthreads is all about hope. Jordan was set to graduate, but after a shooting, she was left fighting for her life. But her friends and family aren't letting her give up. Take a look.
While this young woman fought for her life after being shot, her mother walked at graduation for her. Katrina Hall accepted a diploma on behalf of her daughter, Jordan. Jordan was shot in the back of the head in a random attack. Jordan and Katrina's family showed their support at the ceremony.
Today was the day that we were supposed to celebrate her. She cannot be here, but she's with us in spirit.
Katrina has also received tremendous support from her community.
They have been wonderful, people praying around the clock, nonstop.
Jordan is making incremental steps towards her recovery. She's awake and becoming more responsive every day.
Is your daughter one tough girl?
She is. she's fighting. We're here and we're not going away, and we want justice.
That's a mama bear.
Yeah.
That's the one it protects.
Obviously, we're pulling for Jordan and her mother, but what a therapeutic moment or cathartic moment had to have been for a mom to accept that on her behalf.
Oh, yeah. 99% of life showing up.
Wow. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at this moment.
Well, Girl Scouts are ready to go to space. Today they rolled out 30 new trailblazing badges, and they are all focused on science and technology. Girls ages 5 to 18 can now earn badges for cybersecurity, computer science, space exploration, and mechanical engineering. The Girl Scouts hope the new programs will help reduce the gender gap in all those fields. And having been a Girl Scout as a kid, I know I would have loved to earn those badges.
Oh, man. I wish they had that when I was a Girl Scout. My mom would have been all over that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think of the teenager going to space. She's, you know, a part of that new Girls in STEM.
Yes, STEM girls. Yes. All right, here at Daily Blast Live, we love your viral videos like this one. A dog that slipped out of his collar right before his walk. And the boy doesn't even notice. More than 360,000 views and counting. We'll be right back.
Overwatch is coming to major networks, RoboCop returns, Brawly returns to Dragon Ball, and big updates to Fortnite. That's all next in The Jump Off. I'm Abby and welcome to The Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest news in gaming, tech, and pop culture, so let's get started right now. Big news in the esports world. Overwatch League signed a deal with ESPN, Disney, and ABC. It includes the Overwatch League playoffs, Season 1, Grand Finals, and the League Season 2 all next year. So do you think anyone is going to watch Overwatch on TV with the rise of all these Battle Royale games? Let us know what you think. A new RoboCop movie's in the works and it's called RoboCop Returns. Neil Blomkamp is set to direct. You'll remember him from District 9 and Chappie. MGM also brought back the original writers of RoboCop's first movie. So our only question is this going to pick up where the original movie left off or from the 2014 reboot? Do you have any classic scenes you want to see in this RoboCop reboot? Let us know. I'd buy that for $1. We're just learning Dragon Ball Super's new movie features the classic villain Brawly. We don't have that many details, but this may be Brawly's introduction to the series canon. And the Dragon Ball Super movie hits theaters January 2019. Fortnite just got a major update to Season 5. There are time rifts that transport players into the sky, golf carts, and a new desert area called Paradise Palms. Is this new update bringing you back to Fortnite, or did you ever leave? Well, that's it for The Jump Off. I'm Abby, and as always, I'll be here every week with your latest gaming, tech, and entertainment news.
We love sharing your comments, and there's a whole lot of them. But first, we need to talk about Mega Millions.
Yeah, what would you buy if you won?
Do you have a ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
go ahead.
I think this sounds good. I'd probably pay for a Tuscan vacation with my family because that'd be great. But I'd also like to start like an animal shelter farm, Jon Stewart thing. That's what I would do. Yeah, I would.
That's cool.
One clap. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
house, an Aston Martin, invest in stocks, make sure college funds are there for the kids. Just be responsible for it. Well, with Aston's not really responsible.
Yeah, it's good. In that order?
Yeah, house first, yeah.
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 I'm buying the home first.
Getting the home first?
Yeah, making sure everything's kosher in the home. Oh, okay. Well, keep your comments coming. The stories never stop, and we don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook, so keep the conversation going.
Bye, guys.